Hello, and welcome to tonight's episode of Drachmae and Demigods. I am Sammy Ferber, and I'll be your host for the evening. Welcome back to a brand new episode of the Links of Tartarus campaign. If you saw it on Twitter or on Instagram, or if you even see it right below me right now on our Twitch page, we have a new logo variant for this new arc that we're sort of starting right now. I'm very happy with it, and as always, it says it in the sort of like social media slideshow thing that happens every episode. But if you don't know, if you aren't looking at that, our very own Adagio is the one who designed the logo. So shout out to him. Put some Adagios in chat. Another little announcement before we get started here. As always, all previous episodes of the Links of Tartarus are available on our YouTube page, and even this episode will be available on Friday on our YouTube page. So go subscribe there if you haven't. And also, importantly, this other campaign that I am in, that I talk about every week, Tuesday nights, the Red Opera on Fableforge RPG. Not only do we have a Red Opera episode tomorrow, it is the season finale of the Red Opera. We will be back for season 2, and I'm going to give you guys a Drachmae and Demigods exclusive here. This has not been posted anywhere else yet, but season 2... it will begin sometime next year, sometime early next year. And season 2 picks up with the same people, the same cast of characters, but a decade or so in the future. It's going to be super, super fun. Some of the characters are going to be like completely different classes. Like, who knows what's going to happen? Obviously, I don't know what's going to happen, but I know what's happening with my shit. And let me tell you, you don't want to miss it. So the season finale... there's a lot that still needs to happen before this time jump, so definitely check it out tomorrow at 8/7 Central. It's going to be great, and I can't wait to see you there. Lots to happen for Tior. It's going to be an emotional episode. Okay, that's my announcements. Let's hop into the story. So, previously on Drachmae and Demigods. The Hands of Fate return to Voltura after completing their mission with the Link of Themis. Along the way, they fought a spectral warrior of Ares. With Ilmay dealing the killing blow, the party discovered the stone bearing Ares' symbol in Adagio's bag seemed to transform somewhat. When Ilmay brought it to a priest in Voltura, she was able to crack the stone entirely, revealing a powerful magic item inside. A magic item, however, that doesn't really benefit her at all, so she's contemplating what to do with it. Elsewhere, the rest of the party gathered supplies and began planning for the next step of their quest to find the Links of Tartarus, whatever that next step may be. One problem they kept encountering was travel time. If they're planning on going all over the continent, it would take weeks to get from one location to another. That is, until Ryujin stumbled upon a helm of teleportation in a shop, an item that could allow the party to travel wherever they want in the world, with a certain level of risk involved. So, as we come back in tonight, I know the party has lots of things that are on your to-do list. We are back in Voltura. The sun is beginning to set. Currently, Ryujin, Adagio, and Anura are all generally in the central marketplace, the bazaar. Alexios, last I checked, and we'll get to you, Alexios, but last I checked, Alexios is still in the Tower of Alcmenos, the Once Smote, and Ilmay is currently in the temple to Ares in the Outer Ring here, having just spoken with a priest of Ares there. So, I will begin with Alexios. Alexios, what would you like to do?
First, I would have to go to the inner ring and try to find mercenaries to escort the hostages back to Spear Point.
Okay, so you would know that you could find mercenaries in both the outer and the inner ring. The outer ring mercenaries are going to be completely normal, completely well-equipped mercenaries, probably around the standard that you'd find in other cities in the mainland. But the inner ring mercenaries are generally special, far more expensive, far more experienced, and provide that sort of extra Volturan flair that makes mercenaries from the Isle so sought after.
I'm gonna go to the inner ring and look for the more expensive ones.
Okay. You walk through the outer ring. You show your little badge that allows you into the inner ring. And you begin to walk around. You're not quite sure where these mercenaries hang out or congregate. Go ahead and make an investigation check for me.
Investigate. Uh, what is my natural 14 in investigation? Oh, okay, 23.
23. You ask around a bit, and the people in the inner ring know who you are, and they are able to point you towards a sort of almost like a cul-de-sac neighborhood of houses. And they are grand houses, not as grand as yours, the champion's home, but nonetheless, they do denote a sort of level of privilege and station. In the center of this cul-de-sac of houses, you see a small, almost like a city park, but it's mostly gravel and it looks almost like a cross between a park and a gymnasium. You see lots of people training or working out or otherwise sort of sparring with each other. You can go up to whoever you'd like.
Uh, are they like gathering together, or are they like working out separate?
It seems like they're generally there separately, though there are some people who are sparring with each other or otherwise helping each other work out together, but in general it very much has the feeling of just people working on their shit.
Is there anybody who sticks out in particular?
Make a perception check.
That's not great. Uh, 10. Nope,
10.
that's 7.
7. Okay. It's hard to say. I mean, they all seem extremely well fit. It's almost like you're looking at a bunch of like Dwayne Johnsons. Like everyone is buff as fuck, super masculine. Even the women that you see here are like they have these bulging muscles and this sort of intense look on their faces. It's hard to necessarily see what everyone does, like what their specialties are. A lot of them are just sort of weightlifting, so you're not quite sure. But there are a few people who are working with weapons now, and that's sort of where your focus goes. You see one person in particular, somewhat close to you, looks like a half-orc man. He has this double-bladed axe, this enormous great axe that he is wielding, and you see he's between these sort of dummies that he's set up, these hay dummies, that he set up sort of all around him as if he's being surrounded by enemies. And you just see him sort of focus in and begin to work and chop these dummies to pieces one by one. And the thing that you notice beyond just his ferocity and his power is that he seems to be channeling some sort of powerful magic through the axe as he wields it, so that he's not just slicing these dummies, he's like obliterating them with this boom as he slices.
Sure, I'll approach him. Not too close.
You wait just out of the danger zone as he slices this last dummy, and you see the head just slowly slide off before it falls down, and you see him just sort of gather himself, and you see this symbol around his neck that bears the symbol of Ares. I see you looking, boy.
I was waiting until you finished. I'm actually looking for warriors.
Well, you
For
come to
hire,
the right
possibly?
place. Aye. What are you paying?
How much does it usually required to escort some people across the aisle.
Escort people across the aisle? That's the whole job?
Yeah?
It's a bit beneath me. Who are these people?
Just some people we saved. We don't have time to bring them back ourselves.
Where are they headed?
Spear Point.
And I don't need to go through the mountains or anything. I could just walk them across the coast and call it a day.
You can do whatever you have to.
Alright. How many people am I talking?
4.
4. Alright, so that'll come to about, let's say, 2 gold on each of their heads, plus just a bit of a tax. I'd say 10 gold per day.
And how many days is that travel again, Sammy?
To go on the road down the coast all the way to Spear Point and back, it is probably about a 2 to 3 week journey, depending on what various things happen along the way.
So, like, that's like 140. You said 2 to 3 weeks?
Yeah, I'd say for the whole journey it would probably be about 150 gold.
Okay. How about 145?
If you want a budget mercenary, you can go to the Outer Ring.
It wasn't.
You're talking to Calloway the Blessed. 150 is what I ask.
And you could do this by yourself.
It's not even a challenge.
I actually like you. Deal.
You shake his hand and it's like all calloused and hard, and you almost feel for a moment like your hand's gonna be crushed under it, but you survive. Money up front.
That's fair. I'm gonna take out my coin purse and give him 150 gold.
And where can I find these people?
Would you like to? Well, how about you meet us all at the Tower of the Once Smoke tomorrow morning?
All right, dawn then.
All right. And I hand him his gold.
He takes it and he picks up his axe again. If you don't mind, I was in the middle of a zone.
Apologies. Enjoy yourself.
He just begins working out again. Anything else, Alexius?
After I do that, I'm gonna realize everybody is like outside of the outer ring and like leave. But I'd go probably towards like the docks.
Okay. Sure. So, as you're making your way back towards the docks, I will check back in with the rest of the party. You guys are in 2 different places, but whoever would like to go next, go ahead and take the mic.
I just have a quick question.
Yeah.
So with the helm of teleportation, right?
Yeah.
Is this like Harry Potter teleporting? Like if you mess up, you can like, you know,
you should look at the spell because there's actually some pretty clear, written out risks.
Okay.
But I don't believe any of the risks are like half teleporting.
Okay.
Yeah. You could just wind up in a completely different place.
So I'm with Adagio and Ilme.
Yeah. Adagio and Nora.
Yes.
Nora, sorry. Where are we?
We're at the
You
bazaar.
guys, you guys are in the War Dogs Bazaar. If you look at the map region, I have placed
Oh,
your
that's
tokens
right.
where you are.
I see.
Yes.
Okay.
Sammy, how much do health potions cost to make with the herbalism kit again?
50 gold, I believe, or 25 because they're.
I meant
50
like
to
the
buy,
breakdown for all of them because I don't remember.
Yeah. Oh, they are 25 for the normal, 100 for the greater, 1,000 for superior, and 10,000 for supreme.
And do you remember the times out of curiosity?
Yes, the normal healing will take a day. Greater healing is 1 work week. Superior is 3 work weeks. Supreme 4 work weeks.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah.
How much does the Supreme heal?
A supreme is 4d4 plus 4, or sorry, 10d4 plus 20.
I was about to say, I was like, wait,
Yeah,
40,
that's the
30?
greater healing. I've quite literally never had a supreme healing potion in a D&D game before, so it's not in my head.
I feel like that's a challenge.
What
I
are you
don't
guys
have
doing?
that much gold anyway.
Yeah.
For real. Jeez.
I'm gonna go ahead and start. Can I do Can I start a greater healing potion and then do a health potion still every day?
No.
Oh well, shit.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go ahead and start a greater healing potion then.
Okay. So, after you go to the shops with Ryujin and Adagio, you find a little corner to yourself and just begin to sit down, lay out your kit, and begin crafting this significantly more complicated health potion. So it will take you most of the rest of the day.
Okay.
Cool. What's everyone else doing?
Well, I'm gonna look for Alexios. I'll
Sure.
probably start going to the tower, and if he's not there, then I'll go look for him. I don't know if he's gonna be at the Drachmae.
Go ahead and make an investigation check.
an 19.
19. So, yeah, you're sort of doing laps around the entire city, but you go out to the tower at first, doesn't seem to be there, so then you go back into the outer ring. You think about trying to sneak into the inner ring, but then you're like, I don't think Alexios would go in there without telling us. So then you sort of begin to do a lap and head towards the Drachmae, and you actually see Alexios coming from the other direction as you both sort of meet around the west docks.
Hey, Alexios, I need you.
What do you need?
So, you know that stone thing with the god stone? Well, I finally learned what it is, and it's useless to me. So I want to sell it.
What does it do?
If you use it, you have a +2 to strength and some other stuff, but I don't use strength.
Me neither. Sure.
So the
why
priest,
not?
the priest suggested selling it to the queen, but and he suggested that you could get me an audience with the queen.
Sure. Yeah. That sounds like something I could do. I don't know if I could waltz up in there, but champions get special treatment. Let's go.
All right.
You know the queen's like 10, right?
Yeah, she's a child. You guys saw her during the tournament.
So that means that I can get even more money out of her. She's gonna like be wonderstruck by this thing, and she will want it, especially because it's something for Ares. So
Sure. All right. You just don't talk bad about the queen around here. We don't play that.
gotcha.
All right.
Cannon.
So, you guys heading into the inner ring to try to get an audience with the queen?
Sorry,
Yes.
I was gonna
Go ahead.
tag along with Alexios in hopes that we can investigate the office later.
Sure. So I can say, knowing that this is sort of a significant endeavor that Alexios and Ilme are about to set out on, they go and essentially try to collect the rest of the party before they make their journey into the inner ring. So they can gather you guys at the War Dogs Bazaar, and you can all enter the inner ring together.
Okay.
Once you're in the inner ring, you know there's only one way, or Alexios, you know, there's only one way into the central ring that is even more exclusive than the inner ring, that is essentially just the palace and the grounds of the palace. There's a single gate that is heavily guarded at all times, but you are more than welcome to walk up to it.
Hello? I'm gonna be like loud and like show myself to the guards.
You see one steps forward, looks like a half orcish man. Sorry. Do you need something?
Actually, and I flash my badge and I'm like, I request audience with the queen if possible.
Understand, champion. That badge can do many things here, but even champions need a reason to speak with the queen.
I'll flash the. I'll go
Don't
up
do
next
that.
to Alexios. No, I'm too late. I'm gonna go up to Alexios and be like, and hold the thing in my hand. I think we have something the queen will want. And
This is
then
after
put it
the
back in.
fucking priest
Have
told you
my
to shut the
jack-
fuck up.
my- Oh, it's fine. I don't care. I have my rapier out, ready if they do anything.
The guard just looks at it. Yeah, go ahead, Regent.
I'm just gonna like face palm and put on the helm.
Which helm?
Oh, the dread helm. Sorry.
Okay.
Yeah, I gotta be
I'm
specific.
just gonna
now.
go ahead and make sure I have the what's the cloak called? What's the other one called? Cloak of Stars wrapped around me in case I need to use it.
There's like a brief moment of tension as Ilmay says this and holds this blue trapezoid aloft before she puts it away again. And the guards all sort of tense up as the guard who you've been talking to, his expression changes entirely. He just goes, and then he sort of gets down to your level, Ilmay. How did you come to find this thing?
Where else? On the Isle.
You are not even a follower of Ares. How did this come to you?
By chance! He came with a big ol' construct thing, and I was the one that did the killing blow. So I was graced with this.
He sort of turns, without losing eye contact with you. Alert the King's Eye. He will have final say on this. I would ask that you will wait here until we have an answer. As one of the guards opens the gate and rushes in, and you hear just getting softer. And you wait, and it's awkward because the guards are fully at attention, and you guys are just standing there, and there's just nothing to really say to each other.
Wait a minute.
Can I start like casting dancing lights with the fucking ring for fun?
Just like real social anxiety stuff. Just like, yay.
Yeah.
God. We're selling
You
it?
were saying something,
I
Adagio?
told you you're very important.
You managed to open it and we're selling it?
Well, it seemed like the best way to get an audience. The fastest way. How about that?
Why do you want an audience with the queen?
Oh, well, I learned what that glowing stone thing was, and it's useless to me, so I really wanted to sell it.
What does it do?
It makes you a little stronger when you use it.
How
It's
much
gonna-
stronger?
A little bit stronger, not a whole lot, but you have to be using it. You just don't get it. You have to actually have it out. And I think if you had it out around here, people will try and kill you to take it.
Can I say
Oh,
the
yeah.
party just to write notes when there is a dog under your dominant hand?
My collection.
Side.
Sure, I'll just casually run into another Stone of Ares eventually.
After about 10 or so minutes, you hear the gate open again, and this guard comes back out, now flush and sweating underneath his helm. He goes, the king's eye would like an audience with all of them immediately. And the half-orc goes, all right. You all, if you have never had an audience with our queen before, there are rules. She is an impressionable child. Be careful with what you say. No cursing in front of her. Understood?
Understood.
Got it.
Yeah.
And it is proper to
Okay.
bow or curtsy. Yes?
Understood.
Yes.
Okay.
Not said. I'm sorry, Zelda jumped off my lap and it hurt.
Follow me. And he turns and the gates open for you. And you walk through into
Wait, what
the
do you-
grounds
wait.
of the Queen's Palace. Yeah?
Do you address the queen as like Your Majesty, Your Highness?
Yeah. Both of those are
Or-
fine.
Okay, heard.
Great.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
Etc.
Any
etc.
title is good, yeah. You walk in, and this is the only place in the entire island so far where you've seen grass. You walk past this central stone wall, and suddenly you're in this grand lawn. Beautiful green grass, tightly manicured, stretches as far around this palace as you can see, and there in front of you is this enormous castle made of what seems to be the same stone that makes up the walls of Voltura. You see more guard towers around it, all lined with cannons, and you remember what Alexios has told you about the history of this city, about how it is both a city and a fortress, with the most protected area of that city being right here, this central hub of the palace. You see lots of flags that are black with a red vulture, which you haven't seen much of in the city, but you get the sense is probably the flag of Voltura. And you walk across this great lawn and find an enormous entryway leading into this palace. And there, standing in that entryway, is Perron King's Eye. And you've seen this man before. He is the fortbred that was at the queen's side during the tournament. A small, you're not sure if he's a gnome or a halfling or something, with this intricate mask, metal mask that covers his entire face, that Alexios has told you marks him as someone who has spent time inside Fort Valor, someone who has spent time with Ares himself, an extremely gifted warrior and high-ranking follower of Ares. And Alexios would also know, has served many kings and queens of Voltura, and as far as Alexios knows, was the right-hand man and advisor and protector of the king before he died of natural causes and the queen took the throne. So,
Can I insight check those natural causes claims?
this is the DM talking.
Right?
Can I insight check that though? Because I
You
don't
can
think
insight
it's
check
true.
me. Go ahead.
What do I add to it? Do I add Anora's modifiers, or are we going to make one up for Anna?
Go ahead and add a Nora's modifier.
Okay, cool. Thanks. That's nice. I think insight's good.
Effectively, this is
Oh, it's a
Jamie
+8. Fuck yeah. And watch this be my first drink of the night.
Are you serious?
Sammy,
Is that
I'm
a
throwing
one?
the dice you gave me away.
See, I've rehabilitated them. They're with all my favorite dice and a really nice dice bag, and they seem to be doing well, you know? The
For
thriving.
making it through finals, can I have advantage? Reroll
No!
the different dice.
This is not even this roll shouldn't be happening in the first place.
Fair.
Yeah, the DM seems like he's telling the truth.
Sounds exactly what a DM
That's
would say.
exactly what a liar would say.
So, the guard brings you towards King's Eye and steps aside as this short man in stature, but strong in presence, looks at you all, and the masked face goes to you, Ilme. Show me, please.
Oh god, that's what he sounds like.
You've heard him talk before. He was the one who said, fucking kill Paloma, you're not actually going to be the champion.
Oh, I forgot. I'll pull out the stone and be like, here.
And why do you bring this here?
Oh, I figured the queen would like this.
It is a gift.
Not exactly.
What is it if not a gift?
Well, I mean, I worked to get this. I'd like to see some appreciation of it. Letting the queen potentially have this.
Make a perception check, or a persuasion check.
A 6 or a 9? Oh, it's a 9. For 13.
13.
+5.
Oh.
Just because you heard me roll a die?
Take guidance.
No, it wasn't because I heard dice. It was I was muted before.
I was writing things.
Follow. And he just turns and begins to walk further into the palace.
I have a question real quick about the grass. Can I tell if it's naturally occurring, or are they tried to cultivate it there?
Go ahead and make a nature check.
Different dice. I'm gonna use one of my new dice. That's what I'm gonna do. Okay, what do I add to that? I don't know. +4, 21.
21. From what you can tell about the grass, and from what you've seen on the Isles so far, it definitely doesn't seem completely natural. I mean, it seems like it's real grass, but you certainly get the sense that grass like that wouldn't necessarily be able to grow here without some magical help.
So it's just not naturally occurring.
Right, but it is real grass.
Can I tell what's making it occur? Is someone is there a druid casting druid craft growing this, or?
You wouldn't really be able to tell.
Okay, I was just wondering.
But you probably get the sense that there was some druidic magic involved in, at the very least, the creation of this. You don't know if it's needed for the sort of constant growing of it.
Okay.
Yeah. So you begin to walk into this palace, and it's bizarre. You guys have been to some fancy places before. You've been to the governor's manor, you've been to the lord's mansion, and hearing this is the queen's palace, you sort of expect a level of gravitas and beauty, and there certainly is gravitas. It's an extremely large area, and the ceilings go far, far above you, and it's a grand place, but the actual decor is fairly minimal. There aren't sort of big shows of wealth or superiority or anything like that. If anything, most of the decor are hides and heads and taxidermied beasts and creatures. You see your fair share of beasts that you would expect. You see lions and elk and that sort of thing, and then you see some taxidermied animals that you have never even seen before, creatures and monstrosities and just horrendous looking monsters that are now stuffed and harmless.
Are there any small stones, I guess, or pieces of brick or anything like that on the ground anywhere?
Go ahead and make a perception check.
Okay. Perception.
I really thought you were about to ask if there was plates somewhere for a second.
I
really
was about to, honestly. I'm not even gonna lie. It crossed my mind. Perception is +1, so 16.
16. You don't see any rocks or stones per se. It's the entire
small
palace
objects that
seems
want
to
to
be
come
in
with
good
first.
condition. But I mean, like, there are some, like, I guess small things. You see, like, on a table somewhere is, like, a set of silverware.
Is there anything else?
Can I try and steal
what
the
are you looking
silverware?
for?
I just want to find something small that they won't really care about. I don't want to steal anything from the queen's palace. All right, I feel like that's a big no-no, even if it's silverware. Like that's, I would like to keep my life. Thank
Between
you.
the two of us, do you think we could steal some silverware?
I don't. I.
You are
don't
walking
want-
with the King's Eye right now, I will mention.
Please.
I can turn like slightly invisible-ish. I become kind of like this like incorporeal being with the cloak.
It's called the King's
I just
Eye.
need something that comes
No, I'm not
from
going to.
this place. Small, could be a pebble, or a rock, or like.
I will
some-
say, as you continue to pass through these halls, you see in the corner of one room what is probably some sort of food scrap that has been left in a corner. It looks like maybe like the butt of a roll of bread.
No, I don't know if that's a good idea. No. What are the walls made out of again?
Stone.
If I cast like
Can I just summon Kai to like go and
Meldstone or something, could I
chip off
take a piece of it?
stone?
If you want to cause structural damage to this palace, be my guest, but I am not
Okay,
responsible
that's a
for
good
what
plan, that's a
happens to
good
you.
plan. All right, actually, never mind.
Like, do
Forget
you
that.
want us
My
to
question-
die?
So I have a question though about like the stone part of it.
Yeah.
With like meld stone or like meld into stone or like whatever the other one was, I can't remember.
Stone shape or whatever.
Yeah, because I have a spell I never prepared earlier and I just realized it. I was just wondering because I was looking through them. I can't find it. Could you like just take a piece of stone off using that? Like for future reference?
Depends on the spell. Which spell specifically are you asking about?
Looking for it. Because it was the one I used earlier when I opened stuff. Was it stone shape?
Stone shape, probably. Yeah.
Yeah, stone shape. So, because it says I can shape rock, like I can shape stuff into like a large rock into like a weapon or
Yeah,
something.
I would say that you could get a piece of stone off that way for sure.
Okay. Can I do that?
Go ahead and make a sleight of hand check.
Oh God. Another dice. Left
Ooh,
or right,
thank
guys?
you for the host.
Left or right, guys, for the dice?
6.
Swear to fucking God, Gavin.
Left.
Thank you.
Said
Ooh.
6.
Ooh. Ooh, that is a 21.
All right, sorry, I'm pulling up King's Eye's character sheet right now. So give me a second so I can see his modifier.
If I see that he's starting to like notice me, can I make it look like I'm just like admiring the wall and like the structure? So like I'm keeping an eye out to see if he's noticing me.
I'm distancing
you're
myself
committed.
from Lenora right now. I'm walking in the opposite direction.
I
I'm
don't
doing this
know
for
you.
you motherfucker.
No, that's why I gave up. I don't need it.
You motherfucker.
I don't need it.
Do this for you.
You don't even know why you're doing it.
I mean, I'm
The
pretty
King's
sure I
Eye
saw
stops
what he did.
walking, and you all almost
Okay.
like bump into him. He's
Can
not
I
even
act
looking
like
at
I'm
you.
just
He just
admiring the
stops.
wall now?
He just stops, and he just slowly turns back to you all. I think you'll be going now.
No, I was just
Why?
admiring the wall. I was not doing anything
Why?
to it. I just wanted to see like the kind of stone and like structural things like that. I just get curious about things. I'm sorry.
Geologist, eh?
Allow me to
And nature's
rephrase.
my thing, so things like stones and
He
stuff, I
pulls
just want to
out
figure out
his
what they
beautiful great axe. I will be escorting you out now.
So level 20 barbarian, you think we could take him? You know, you think we could? I'm just kidding. We can't take him.
No, we're gonna leave.
Yeah, I'm not fighting this man.
Can I, if I leave since it was on me, I'll go back out to like the outer ring or whatever. Don't punish the rest of them. It wasn't them, it was me. I'll leave.
I do not trust any of you. I do not know your intentions with our queen. I am her protector. You have done something that makes me doubt your intentions, so please, all of you, turn around and leave.
I'm just gonna start walking along. Nope, I don't got time for this. I'm not about to be killed.
Okay, I guess.
Yeah.
Well, I guess she'll be missing out on this cool stone thing.
What if it's
Can
just
I-
one of us
We're
and the
walking
rest of us
out.
wait?
Can I
No.
take
We're gonna
out
leave.
my
We're gonna leave.
amulet that I have for following Artemis and whatever, and look to him and be like, I know that this means nothing to you because it's not for Ares and nothing to do with the queen or anything like that, but this is what's important to me. This is who I follow. I swear on this amulet and my faith in Artemis that no one here has ill intentions. I will leave. Just don't punish them.
Please, leave.
God damn it.
This
Okay.
is not a discussion nor a debate. Turn around and leave.
I'm already walking out.
Yeah, I'll turn around.
Following after.
Yeah.
Lightning bug.
I want to ask,
No.
what the heck did you need the stone for? What did you need a piece of rock for? What was so important?
I feel like
I
if
don't even-
anyone
I
should be blamed,
don't
it
think I
would
was
be,
literally
it would
just
be me,
looking
not
around.
Ryujin. If anybody
Question.
needed to be
So
blamed.
is the king side
I'm
behind us? as
Yeah,
we're
now he's
walking
behind you. Now he's behind you.
out? Okay. I'm
Don't
really
blame
try-
Ryujin, blame me.
Okay.
I didn't even say.
I'm gonna
What?
I'm gonna walk
All you guys know is
directly
I was
in front.
looking around.
I want to walk directly in front of Ryujin, where he is right behind me, and turn invisible and try and find
No.
the queen.
And try to what?
Find the queen! I want
This
to
is
see if I can
pissing
get
me
anything
off.
out of
I'm
this
leaving
situation.
you
It's
out.
literally the king's eye.
Ilme, no!
Okay. Go ahead and make a stealth check for me.
Fucking
With
murder
advantage,
me
'cause I'm
before
invisible?
you.
Not
Or
with
not.
advantage, because invisibility means nothing to him.
Oh, frick. Okay, whatever.
King's eye.
I want to try.
Sammy, can I see his character sheet after we're no longer interacting with him?
Yes, you can.
Is
Well,
that a
I didn't
natural
roll that
20?
well.
You clapped.
No.
That's not good.
Oh, jeez.
Sorry,
I
so
didn't
on,
roll
on his
it.
previous roll he rolled a 19, and on this roll he rolled a 20.
Oh, God, I'm done. Nope. Okay.
And you
I
can't
rolled a
stop what
4.
you're doing. We found that out.
Yeah.
I rolled a 4.
So,
I have a
I'm just gonna put my
17.
hands up.
What was
So-
that? Oh,
know
Ilme.
what's happening.
You believe that you have gone invisible. You have been out of his visual range when you went invisible. So you are very confident, as you've done this many times before. Very confident in your stealthy abilities. You don't know exactly where the queen is, but you know which way you guys were heading before you started turning around. So that's probably a good place to start.
Okay, well, feel like I'm invisible. I'll start walking that way.
All right.
As we're
Does a
walking out,
21
can I say,
hit?
like, oh God.
I'm just putting my hands up. I don't know what's happening.
Yeah, that hit.
All right.
I'm
So
just
let me
gonna
just
keep
find out
walking
the
out.
Yeah, I'm gonna keep walking forwards. Because I'm assuming we all saw Ilme just disappear.
I certainly.
It's not terrible damage. It is 15 points of slashing damage as you are stealthily moving past him, and he just whips out his great axe, and without even realizing what's happening, he just slices it, and you materialize in the solid air. He retracts the great axe and just goes, "I will not ask you again."
Like, to me and Ilme, 15 points is a lot of damage. That's like a quarter of our health.
Can I just say that, like, I know this is supposed to be a very intimidating character.
But his voice,
Voice just throws it off for me. Like,
yeah. What do you think filled him with anger when he was a kid and turned him to become a barbarian? It's all backstory, motherfucker.
Okay,
I love it.
okay, so I'll just put my hands up and be like, pretty good! And brush it off as if I was testing him and walk away.
Sammy,
Hopefully.
I have a ridiculous question.
Yeah.
Can I ride Bigby's hand?
Only if you're a small creature.
So
What?
I could transform into a small creature and ride Bigby's hand.
Yeah.
You can fly.
But you can fly,
I
so
also
why would
can
you?
fly, yeah.
Why can't I
polymorph
ride Bigby's
somebody, but
hands?
Can I polymorph
That's
somebody
pretty
into a small
big.
creature?
Is Forge a small creature?
No, Forge is medium.
So
Is
if
that a
you...
thing that happens? Is that a thing I can do?
What?
Can I polymorph someone into a small creature?
Sure, but then they'd be a small creature. Like they wouldn't
Could
be
you-
them as they like wild shape and polymorph are different.
I've never
Could
read
you
the actual
polymorph me
things
into
for
a smaller
polymorph stuff.
version?
Like
of me?
in wild shape, you maintain your brain in this animal body. With polymorph, you gain that animal's everything.
So, I couldn't just make Ryujin smaller.
No, you need to turn him into something.
What
A
about,
smaller
young,
Ryujin.
the
Nope.
young region?
Okay,
Teenage-
Enlarge
Read through.
reduce could do that.
I think I need to read through this better because I'm not understanding what's wrong. Wait a minute. Ignore
What
me
if
then.
you
Oh,
enlarge
the
Bigby's
creature's
hand and
limited in the
reduce
actions it
me?
can perform by the nature of its new form.
Yeah. So for
Target's-
instance, like if you had an intelligence of 20, but then you turned someone into a rat, it would have the intelligence of the rat, no matter what your base intelligence already was.
So I'd have to transform him, and the new
Oh,
form can be any beast whose challenge rating is equal to or less than the target's. Okay,
Yeah.
Wait a
that's
second.
that's what I wasn't getting.
So-
Sorry.
Is polymorph a willing creature, or can you just like do it to anyone, but they can make a roll again?
There's
An
a
unwilling
save if
creature
you
must
do
make
it.
a
Yeah.
Wisdom saving throw to avoid the effect.
A willing creature must...
An unwilling
Like-
creature.
Oh, I was like, why would a willing creature have to make the roll?
What if you polymorphed someone into like a cricket and they fumbled the roll, but they were a really powerful person, and you just like put them in a gem, you know?
only lasts
at the
X
end of
amount
an
of time.
hour, they would go back
Oh.
to normal, right?
But what happens if they're solidified in a gem when they go back to
Josh,
normal?
Are we the
I'll go for
palace
yes
yet?
now.
So
Yeah, so
polymorph
you guys are
somebody,
being
put them in a
escorted out of the
jar, put
palace.
resin on them, and then they're stuck.
Put them
right?
in a titanium like little like 2x2 box, so when they go back, they just die anyway. Because
What if we put them in a blood glass cube? Because that would cancel out the magic.
You are escorted out of the castle, and as the gate closes behind you, you hear King's Eye saying to the guards, "Those 5 are not allowed in this castle at any time in the future."
Nice.
And you guys are now
So-
back in the inner ring.
Now we
So
did
what
the
does this
opposite
front
of what
gate
we
look
aimed
like?
to do.
Like-
What
Is
region?
there Alexios?
okay, so just the front of the castle, just paint a picture for me again, real quick. So like, you're walking up, you see what? Is there like a bridge, or something, like just steps?
It's not a bridge. So walking up, you see this palace that seems to almost like reach. There's several towers, but it does. The largest tower is right in the center, and in front of you is this enormous grand archway that was open when you went, but you can assume there's probably some sort of gate that can fall to it. And in front of the castle is this beautiful manicured lawn.
Okay.
And it's
Are there
all
any
just
guards outside?
stone. Yes, there's guards everywhere.
Okay, well, if you're not gonna sell it, can I have it?
No, I would turn to Alexios and be like, "Is there any kind of auction place?"
Damn it!
You mean people who would buy that?
Yeah,
How much
like,
sell for?
is there like some kind of?
Bunch of people. Like, bunch
How
of
would I
people.
go about doing that without killing myself? Because I feel like people would just want to take it.
Okay, so first, I mean, there's literally a whole. We could go to shops. We can go to like. Rich
Well, I
people.
wanted to try and get the most out of this as possible. So I was like trying to think of a way that people could bid on it, to where they could just like increase the price of this thing, because multiple people would want it. Like, I just want to go to one person and they give me a price. I want like multiple people.
So, how about you not be the one having multiple people talk to you about a very valuable object, considering you're a squishy, and give it to somebody who's a little more powerful to do that? B, just go to the middle of like the outer ring and start yelling, maybe.
Or you can give it to me and you all just stay out of this. Like, everybody's making crazy fucking decisions today.
That was
Told you. Don't
In
fuck
fairness, that is also
literally said-
partially just from Thanos.
Hey, I didn't do anything wrong.
3 things when we got to this fucking island. Don't fuck with random people. the fucking middle of the city is the most dangerous part of the city, and don't fuck with the guys with the iron masks, right?
Did you tell us that?
2 out of
I don't know
3
anything.
literally said that. On
What
the
do you-
boat before we
I
stepped
don't
foot on
remember the
island.
iron mask thing.
Yep, did it. That happened.
It was fully. He definitely said that on the boat before you guys even
Yeah,
reached the
I
city.
think that's when I wasn't taking.
I-
I think that's in
listen.
my break in my notes. Oh God, I'm sorry.
I didn't do anything. I don't know what. I'm just a
didn't do anything.
bystander.
In
I
fairness
literally
to bad
just-
decisions, Anora's bad decisions are partially just because Anna is happy with life for once. So, my bad.
I was just making a
You're a
rough
walking bad decision. Sorry.
When I am happy, I am a
Take out
walking
a
bad
plate.
decision. You're not wrong.
Okay, so
So what are you guys doing?
you think you can wait? So do you think you can finagle a way to have multiple people want this, and then they like bid out the price? Like, I want a lot of money for this thing.
Is
Sammy,
there
how
such
much would it
thing as
sell
an
for?
auction house here?
You're not sure. Go ahead and make an intelligence check.
Intelligence, just straight intelligence.
Just straight intelligence.
Shit, what is 17 plus 5? 22.
22.
22.
Yes.
You certainly haven't been to. You never had any reason to search one out when you used to live here. There certainly may be, like, that's something that doesn't sound completely out of the ordinary, but you do know that a lot of people in Voltura don't really, A, have a ton of money, and B, care about things that would potentially be auctioned. Just because you know that as a society, in general, Voltura is very much a place of, like, you get what you earn, and buying something fancy, at least the common people wouldn't really have much of an interest in that, but you don't really know what happens in the inner ring.
What if instead
shop
it was
we
like
went
the
to?
grand prize of like our gladiator tour? Like if you beat us here on the Isle of Ares, you got this stone of whatever the F bomb, and then it just gets more people to sign up, and we get the money anyway.
Or, I mean,
That's not a bad
we could
idea.
just-
That's also a lot of organization and keeping us here for a while. I don't think we have the
We just need
time
to
to
do it
stay
like a
here for
day
a
or
That
while.
also defeats the purpose of Ilme trying to sell the stone.
Well,
in
then
the
we just
first
sell it after a full days of making money off
Because
of it.
point was
It's
that
nice
it's dangerous, and we'd be then announcing that, hey, we have this stone,
yeah,
come
true.
kill us.
Yeah, based on how people reacted to it, I think we need to just get rid of it. I don't think an auction would even be a good idea for it. I think we need to just take it to like a weapon shop where we know we can get you can get money for it and leave. Like it doesn't
That's a
sound like
pretty
something
rare
we need to
object, right?
keep in our possession if we can help it.
Or we could
We've
trade
had
it
worse
for
than we've had
something.
links of Tartarus in our possession. We've had
And this has
dragon
negative
scales
side
and
So-
other.
Knows
This
that we
is
have it.
So
this
So
the
isn't
Wings
that
of
bad.
Tartarus, though, are also sentient beings that can protect themselves if they need to.
Yeah, but this isn't that bad. I mean, like, yeah, it's rare and it's probably
Yeah,
very
see what
sought
everyone
after.
does
But
right
like, we don't need
I
to like
mean-
just ditch it like it's a, I don't know.
What does each person in the party know about Godstones? Like, what do we actually know about them?
You just know what.
I know they're pretty freaking sweet, and I just like put mine in like my mouth. like
What
little
does Honora know about them besides the?
Go ahead and make a religion check, Nora.
Yeah, I'm good at that.
While we're talking, can I slowly be leading us towards the Colosseum?
Yeah, sure.
26.
Can I help?
26. You want to help the 26?
No, I want to help lead us towards the Colosseum.
Oh.
Oh, yeah, okay. Not a problem.
That was a natural 19. What do you mean?
So you've heard stories of Godstones before. Like they're never really the center of any particular story. Like it's not like there's some mythical artifact or anything like that. But they are generally considered like a way for gods to mark mortals that are at the very least proven in their eyes to be valuable to them. So it's hard enough to get a stone. So in general, getting a stone is a mark of like doing something that a god genuinely and truly appreciates and wants to show that the god is cognizant that you did something for that god. Then to awaken a stone is even more rare. To awaken a stone is to then prove yourself even further in the service of that god. So at that point, it's hard to say. There isn't like a sort of a standard for what happens or what can happen. But in general, you would know that, like, to get into a god's, like, inner circle, those would be some of the steps that you would need to go through, as well as a bunch of other stuff to, like, really get the god to care about you a specific amount. But you would know that if Ilme has an awakened Stone of Ares, Ares at the very least probably knows about her.
We want the gods on our side, right?
But it also increases the target on our backs because
No one. How?
Well, it is also you would know, like, it is powerful celestial energy. It is tied to the energy of that god, similar to how your underbrush is tied to the energy of Artemis, or how redemption is tied to the energy of Apollo. These stones are a little bit more focused, smaller but still connected pieces of that god.
Okay,
Yeah.
would Ilme have known all that, or would Nora have imparted that to Ilme? Because now that I'm thinking about it, I don't think Ares would like it if I sold this thing.
Yeah, I was
Can
thinking
I
the same
can I
thing. Out of
explain
character.
that to the group
He's
then?
not your dad.
Of course.
I've been saying this the whole time.
He's not your dad. You ain't gotta worry.
Yeah, so as you guys are walking towards the Colosseum, Anora, you can share what you know about these sort of stones.
So if we do sell it, it does not need to be a big ordeal.
Well, I guess I didn't realize that, like, Ares would actually know who I am by this thing, and I really feel like Ares would not like it if I sold this. He
At
seems
least not
vengeful.
Just really quickly, about how much time has passed from when we left the Bloodshore to now?
Well, it took you about a week to get here from the Bloodshore, and then you spent a few days in town before heading on your adventure, and it took you about 4 days to get to the temple, and another 4 days to get back, so it's probably been about 2.5 weeks since you left the Bloodshore.
So, I can't remember his name or the name of his shop. I just remember it was an outrageous name, but he took the fall for us, didn't he?
Yeah.
Yeah,
we
the
just left.
artificer dude.
But we don't even know if
Okay.
he actually got committed, did we? Like,
Do we hear anything about that?
He got arrested.
From who?
Why would we hear anything about
He
that?
got
I don't know if
arrested,
like if that
but
had
we don't
been
know
like
if he
a
got
thing
committed.
that someone said something about, because like the Bloodshore is like fairly well known, right?
I mean, it's like a place that people have heard of. Just
Well, I
like,
was saying
like
like if someone,
Seattle.
like, oh, I was thinking
There's
like if
just a
something
gnome somewhere
happened, like
passing out
someone trying
scrolls
to
of
like
names.
murder people.
No. It's not
Stuff
like,
like
it's not
that.
like Athens, you know.
Oh,
you-
okay, that's
you know,
what I didn't know. That's what I was wondering.
Yeah, it's a small town that is famous for a thing.
Do we know? Did we get close to anybody in the Bloodshore? Like, do we know any of the shopkeepers besides the dude who took the fall?
I mean, you knew the Ashleys, but they're dead now.
Okay, not the. Oh yeah. What were their actual names? The
The
Victors. that's right,
victors.
I'm happy that you
To
finally
the
said
victors
that
go the
Ashley
spoils.
stuff.
Well, I was sitting there and you said the Ashleys, and I was like, that wasn't their real name, right?
Yeah,
Ah.
so maybe on second thought, I better not sell this thing. I might be stay invisible for a while. I don't want anybody to come and take this out.
And in the bag of holding.
Yeah.
I mean,
I'm
let's
gonna-
be honest. We're giving off a bunch of like celestial energy and like other magical. Like us being alive is giving off that type of energy, right?
I'm gonna like
Not to
step
mention
to
all
the
of our
side.
cool gear and stuff.
We already
Like-
said your sickle gives off celestial energy.
We're
No,
already
I'm talking
walking
about, like-
targets. If anybody really wanted to find us, they probably could.
I'm gonna like step
This
to the
isn't
side and be like,
new.
my weapon gives off celestial energy. The rest of that is y'all.
You see the constellation on your arm begin to shift.
And your amulet burns. No, I'm just kidding.
The star map starts glowing.
So,
The
what I have
star
a
just
question.
like
So when
turns
we
into
killed
letters.
Ariadne
That's what they
and we got the
fucking-
little stone, we can assume that Athena was like, "Yay, thank you for killing this girl."
Yeah, that'd be a safe assumption.
Sure.
I'm
where
so
did you even
curious
get
about
that from? I
how
didn't even know that
the
because I
dude-
wasn't there
You
yet.
weren't there. You just know I really like the stone.
the pirate that we came across were like on the ship, and the Poseidon gods. I really want to know how they got it.
But he said he just found it in a box on an island.
I doubt
You want to
that.
know the story of how they got to the box?
Yeah.
No one insight checked it, so we believed
Yeah.
him.
And you guys also don't know what that dead warrior did to get the Ares stone either. You just found it in his grave.
Assuming
Grave
he
robbers.
killed something very bad or very strong.
Safe assumption. So,
Are we at the Coliseum now?
Yes,
there
and as you guys are contemplating and realizing various different things, you get to the Colosseum and you see more guards there than normal guarding the door, and you see specifically sort of a dripping, almost like a leak of a small puddle of water that is forming, that seems to be coming from the doors, and it's just sort of congregating on this street.
Can I taste the water?
Oh my
As soon
God.
as I see the water,
Salt
can I
water.
elbow Ryujin and be like, your dad needs to calm the fuck down.
See, I only know what
can
you
I
guys told me.
talk
I haven't
to the
seen this yet.
guards?
What's up?
I want to go talk to one of the guards.
Sure, you see one of them is a dwarven woman with some sort of like stubble on her jawline. She goes, "Can I help you?"
Would it be a problem with us getting inside?
It's not that you're not allowed inside, it's that if you open those doors, you're gonna flood the fucking street.
What do you mean?
Well, you know that storm a few nights ago? Well, it flooded the actual arena part, and then in the days that have followed, it sort of collapsed a lot of the structure of the Colosseum, so now it's basically entirely water that's being held in, almost like a bowl.
So wait,
How do you
Ares didn't
plan
call
to
us
let
any
the
of
water?
bad-
Are you just slowly letting it trickle out through here?
I mean, it's better than just letting it out. We tried opening the doors and we flooded the fucking street, and then by the time we closed it, the next night, it rained more and filled it right back up.
Is there a way that we can get inside without you opening these doors?
I can turn into something and fly in.
There's no ceiling on the place, so it is open to the air.
Well, I mean, like, I
But
can.
but I warn you, we sent some people in, and they didn't come out.
Can...
The locals say that there is some sort of mysterious creature living in there now.
Can I?
If me and Honora melted through stone, could we just walk through the wall? It's like,
Yeah,
in-
that's a good question.
Yeah, sure.
Wait.
because I'm also wearing
Well, the other thing
underwater
I was
breathing.
going to ask is, can I just turn into like something that's a large creature and then carry everyone up to the top? Someone casts water breathing, and then we can all go in together.
I mean, you'd have to sort of like
That-
set them up precariously on the edge of the Colosseum.
Or the other option I was going to offer is I can go in, and so can Kai, and we can check things out.
I can go in too.
Because I can turn into something that can swim.
I can't
I can
breathe
swim
underwater.
with me.
I
Wait.
have Kai.
What are these specifications for Meltstone? Can I like bring a person with me? I gotta look this up.
Can
I don't
we?
think
can we,
so.
Can I
Can we what?
climb up the side of it without wild shaping if I take longer to do that?
What?
I mean, it would take you a long time. It's a very tall building.
Oh, never mind.
It's like
then.
10 stories tall.
Okay, so Poseidon's trying to make a point. We're not gonna go in there.
Well,
wanna
depending,
go in
we
there.
need to figure out what's in the office, so that's the problem.
I died in
Poseidon
there. I
has
feel like I
flooded
should.
this place for a reason. We can find this information out other places.
But if it's
We don't need to
Poseidon
go in
and it's
there.
about
Well, if there's a
Ryujin,
creature
I
in
feel
there-
like Ryujin needs to go in.
Okay, but he can't fight this creature, and if this creature attacks him, and Ryujin attacks back, it's okay.
I want to put on the
Yeah.
helm of
Poseidon.
So
not-
what I'm gonna look at Ryujin and be like, I'll fly you up, and then turn into something and go in with you if you want to go in. That way you're not by yourself. If something happens, we can come back out then.
If something happens, listen, I feel like I need to like be able to go into the office and see what's there. I mean, I literally died there, and I understand this isn't the best choice.
If everything's doused,
I know.
water.
I'm gonna look to Ryujin again and be like,
Remember
do you want to go in?
Shore, when you just felt like you had to talk to Apo Trepo?
Listen, you're right.
Remember
That's
in
different.
this Coliseum when you just had to talk to somebody in disguise that was the Glory Maker and you died?
Okay, how about...
I will kill you.
I'm gonna look to Ryujin. Do you want to go?
And save everybody else the problem.
Ryujin, do you want to go?
Hold on. Okay.
You've read your book.
Can any
Make
of
the
us...
smart decision.
All right, I'm trying to make a smart decision. Let me ask a few questions. Can anyone do we have any abilities to maybe sense what's in there, like magic or good or evil, anything like that?
I couldn't do it
'Cause
today,
if there's
but
a
in
creature
general,
in there,
I can.
it's either something that Poseidon put there on purpose, or it's the Rakshasa that, I don't know, maybe came back to life super, super fat. I don't know.
Or it's a creature that your father put there specifically for a point, and if we go in there, it's gonna do its job, which is kill
Sammy,
us.
if I
And anything
was-
that enters
If I
in
go
there-
in there and
If we
he
got the
put it
right
there,
things, I could cast clairvoyance and attempt to look inside.
Wait a second.
I think that what's the range on that?
1 mile.
I think that would work.
Give me a second.
Okay, so I'll summon Kai,
But that's also
and I want to just looking through his eyes and everything, just kind of have him do a perimeter around the Colosseum, maybe see anything in the water from the top, because he has what I know he has something about his eyes. It's not dark vision, but it's
Wait, I can cast.
oh, he does have dark vision of 120 feet.
Wait a minute. I can summon a familiar that can breathe underwater. I didn't even think about that.
That's gonna die anyway. once it
I
gets
can
in.
just do that.
Can you summon the familiar inside the Colosseum?
I can. I assume so, right, Sammy? If
If you
it's
get
within
close
range.
enough.
Is there a way that I can just have Kai hold his breath?
I need to find.
Yeah, what's
something.
Kai's constitution score?
It's not good. Hold on.
Because if I can do this,
It's
then I
plus
can
one,
just do
it's
this
13.
for you, Jen.
If it's +1, Kai can hold his breath for 2 minutes.
What'd
I
you
can
say,
just
Anna?
do this. Appearing in an unoccupied space within range, the familiar has the statistics of the chosen form. Yeah, I can just do that. And if I can stay walking around the building within 100 feet of it, I can see and hear through its eyes. So,
Okay. I say we do that, have Kai look at it from the sky, and maybe clairvoyance from Adagio.
yeah.
That
So
way we don't have to actually go in, but we can maybe still see what's going on.
I don't know what the
That's
range
at all.
of Find Familiar is because
You know
it
what?
doesn't actually tell me in my stuff.
The range of how far it can be when you summon it, or how far it can go in general.
How far it can be when I summon it.
I believe it is 10 feet away from you,
So if I'm standing right next to the wall, I can summon it on the other side of the wall.
essentially.
Okay,
Yeah,
I can go ahead and do that, and I'll do... I need to pull up the stats for these animals somehow. Is there a way I can add these somewhere on D&D Beyond at some point, Sammy?
You can add them to your extras.
Okay, I didn't know if I could add them that way or not.
Yeah.
Ooh, cool. I'm trying to see if any of them have, a good way to see underwater, but I can't get it up because it's not there yet. Combat crab.
As this is happening, Ryujin, you're sending Kai up to get the eagle eye view.
Yeah, and I mean, I can also control the water that's in there to an extent. I mean, I can't make a path for us to walk around a bunch, but a straight line
Mm-hmm.
I could do.
What does a crab have? Because I know a giant crab has
So
that.
Ryujin, you send Kai up to just get above, not too far above, but above the water. Go ahead and make a perception check for Kai.
Okay.
I'm gonna summon a crab because it has blind sight.
Sure.
Perception for Kai.
On the other side of the wall.
Okay.
Perception. That's wisdom, right?
Yeah.
Where's that? Okay. 18.
18. You see, it's sort of bizarre because you remember how deep this Colosseum is and how enormous this arena is. And what Kai sees is essentially just a flat surface of water with a little bit of the architecture peeking up around the rim. But it is
You can't see under
completely
it at all?
water. With an 18, and Kai's sort of like flapping his wings and just sort of trying to see anything. And he can see the faintest glimpse of a large shadow just sort of circling underneath the water.
Can I speak through Kai?
I think so. Through a certain actually, I don't know. I don't think so.
Let me check.
It can tell. You can communicate telepathically with it, but I don't think you can speak through it.
Before I like look through the creature's eyes or anything, I'm gonna turn to somebody, I don't know, anybody in the party, and be like, hey, when I look through its eyes, I won't be able to see anything, so to keep in range with it, you're gonna have to like lead me around to make sure I can stay in range with it to different sides of the arena.
Where the range is? How do we know where the crab is?
100 feet. I can
How
tell
do I-
when it's getting out of range. I just need to have someone lead me while I'm still like looking through its eyes.
Okay.
Does it, like, take left?
Oh wait, hold on. While you're looking through, okay, before you do that, like, pull your crab like up on the, like, here's the water, and then there's like a little bit of like the kind of somewhat of a roof, and then open space, right?
Yeah.
Go up on that little bit of like roof on the edge, and if you can see where it's swimming, I can time basically Moses just splitting the water, and maybe we can catch it in the trench and see what it is.
Well, the crab also has blind sight, and it breathes underwater, so I can just go underwater and see it.
Okay. I mean, sure. You want me to like have Kai like pick you up and like fly you and like bomb you into the water near it?
No, I can just get the crab near it, right?
I mean, you know, Anura, from your time in this arena, that even summoning the crab right on the inside of this wall, you would be in like the outer halls of the arena.
Okay.
There's still a while to go to try to get into the arena itself.
Oh, I was
know?
thinking it would be close to in there. So can I have it summoned then like right next to me and do where Kai picks it up? Because I thought
Yeah,
it would
sure.
be where it could go straight in. I'll do that instead.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, through Kai, I'll just like have him fly and pick it up.
Snatches the crab. And do you want to lay the crab down on land, or do you want to drop him in the water?
Lay him on the edge and let me get the
Yeah, I'll
crab.
put him on the edge, and then I'll just
That's
have
the
Kai
edge.
continue like kind of like keep an
Same
eye out.
place.
How close is that, Sammy?
It's about 100 feet above you,
So
but it's like
would he
directly
be-
above you, 100 feet above you.
So it'd
But
still
when
be
he
like
starts
outer-
moving
the outer
in, he
hall,
won't
right?
be 100 feet from me anymore. He'll be farther.
Correct. If he goes anything towards the water, he would be running out of your range.
Okay.
What if we all just climb up, go to the top of the roof, and conduct this experiment
That's what I was
from
gonna say.
there, but from a safe distance? You know, like if this is like a Jaws type scenario, or like 47 meters down, or whatever it is,
Yeah.
I don't want to get eaten by a shark. You know what I mean?
Well, even then, as long as there's
Who's
one
we?
person up there to make sure I don't fall,
Whoever is willing.
me and
'Cause
one
I
person up there
am
can do
going up
that.
there.
Whoever goes up with you could be attacked by this creature. Whoever's up there, period, will be attacked by this creature.
I'm not going in the
I would like
water.
to stay and talk to the guard.
We don't even know what this creature is. This could be like a kraken. It's not like or a mini hydra, and it just like snatch out of the water and attack us.
I mean, I'm just...
Assuming it's a
Okay,
pure water creature.
let's climb up.
So
Okay, you
instead
guys
of
are gonna
climbing
start
up,
climbing?
I'm gonna go ahead and
I'm
Since-
not. I'm staying right here.
because I've already summoned it, so it'll stay if I change shapes. I'm gonna change into a giant bat and fly me and Ryujin up.
Can I just put the crab in like my pocket for a second?
Sure.
So wait till we get up there.
Yeah. I mean, Kai has the crab.
Oh yeah, that's right. Never mind.
Yeah.
Okay.
So Kai's lifting the crab as a giant Anura is lifting Ryujin. And so the crab and Ryujin are sort of floating up at the same time. As you guys get to the top, and you realize, Ryujin, there is maybe like 3 feet wide for you to stand on. That's solid ground. And then it's maybe about 5 feet down where the water ends. So you've got a good like 5 feet above the water, but you only have about 3 feet on which to be solid. So you are definitely this high up as you look down. You are feeling very precarious up here. The crab just gets placed next to you, and it seems far more comfortable.
Okay.
Okay.
I'm gonna send it into the water slowly, but I'm gonna need you to make sure I don't fall when I can't see anymore.
Both looking through their eyes.
I am.
So I have a
Oh,
question.
okay, it's not going
Yeah.
in the water. Good.
With
Yeah,
the control water spell, part
Yeah.
water, it says you cause the water in an area to move apart and create a trench. The trench extends across the spell's area. The spell's area is 300 feet.
Uh-huh.
So theoretically, I could just part the entire. Well, I don't know if the entire Colosseum, but like most of it, right?
I feel like that would piss off Poseidon a little bit if you're just disrupting
Well,
this
I'll like
creature.
obviously put the water back. I just really
Yeah,
wanna know
what I'm curious about is it doesn't actually say how wide the trench is.
Yeah, it just says extends across the spell's area, and the
Yeah.
separated water forms a wall on either side.
I feel
Um,
like separating the creature like this.
The
though, in
water then
general.
slowly fills in the trench over the course of the next round. After the spell.
I'll
ends.
say you can make a trench. I mean, like, you have the ability to make a trench across the entire thing. I'll say that trench can be 10 feet wide. How does that sound?
I feel like that should be a last resort because it might upset the creature. Give me 1 second because Zelda is whining and I do not know why.
So I'm just gonna look at Alexios and be like, we have some fun teammates, don't we? I'd talk to Ilme, but I can't see her.
Yeah, so as that's happening, the 3 of you down on the ground, what are you guys doing?
I'm questioning the guard more. Like,
What would you like to ask?
what was his name as not the Glory Maker?
Maynor?
It was-
Ringmaster Maynor?
Maynor, yes. Did Ringmaster Maynor have like a right-hand man or like a group of guards that he was in a circle?
I mean, he had staff working for him.
Like any close staff? Would you know anybody who knows who that is?
I don't know. I don't know who he was close with. I know people worked for the arena. I don't know who had connections with the Ringmaster specifically.
Did you guys do a funeral for the ringmaster?
It felt a bit in bad taste.
Yeah,
So what did you do?
there was. I don't think you saw that. He was skinned,
I
Like-
heard.
open.
And then we
Oh,
weren't
yeah.
able to collect the body before the rest of the place flooded.
Ah.
His body's
Sure.
still alive.
Yeah. So,
Yeah, I wanted to speak with that.
this staff, any name?
Sure. There was, Torek. He was, one of the people that helped sort of corral the animals and such.
And he lives anywhere specific? Would you know?
I don't, somewhere on the Outer Ring. I'm sorry, I didn't really follow up on any of their living places.
Oh, there's like, I mean, it's nothing you're supposed to know. I just, I have an idea to make everyone a lot of gold, and you know, this Coliseum is going to be shut down. So I had an idea. And you're
Sorry,
like
I
the one
sorry, I
person
can't be
to know
much
about it.
help for you.
Oh,
How many people did you send into the Coliseum?
There were 3 Volturian guards that went and they were trying to collect the Ringmaster's body.
Mm. And how long ago was that? Like 2 days ago?
I think it was more like 6 days ago.
Oh, Christ. You haven't sent anyone else in?
No. We decided it was probably best to just leave it be. On this isle, if you see the handiwork of the gods, you get the idea.
That makes sense.
That's what we're doing. By staying on the ground.
Right, what exactly are your friends doing?
They're gonna die.
Well, that's a damn shame.
Yeah.
Yep.
That'd be a nice
But,
funeral.
you know, when it's time to go, it's time to go.
I suppose so. So, Ryujin and Nora, what are you guys doing?
I guess we're gonna start putting the crab in the water and look through its eyes and see what I can see.
Okay.
I will wait for an
So-
update.
The crab just plops into the water with a nice little brink and just begins to sink.
I do
Okay.
have heart water
Yeah.
ready though, just in
Sure.
case.
Yeah. Anura, are you still flying as a giant bat?
No.
Okay, so you somewhat precariously crouch and sink your talons into the stone of this arena, trying to maintain your balance as the bat's eyes just turn completely white and you feel Anura's presence leave. And you find yourself sinking down in this water, in this small crab form. And you're
Oh.
just trying to see whatever it is that you can... Yes, Ryujin?
Does it look like it's pretty dark down there, or like is the sun out and you can see through
The
pretty
sun,
well?
the sun is currently setting, so it's not the brightest thing in the world.
Okay. I want to take out a candle of the deep.
Okay?
You don't have to do that.
Okay, never mind.
And the crab has blind sight. We're good.
To what range?
30 feet.
Really?
That's. Oh shit.
Let me check and see again. I'm currently adding stuff to a familiar category so I can pull them up.
Wait, so how far across is the Colosseum?
It's about 100 feet wide, I think. Something like that.
Sorry, I'm trying to get it back up.
That's right.
So Nora should be within range of the familiar pretty much throughout the entire Colosseum, right?
Theoretically.
Oh, where is crab? Where is crab? Where is crab?
What's a crab's walking speed?
20 feet.
Is it really?
Yeah. Yes,
Should be like
30 feet of
5.
blind sight.
Okay, so go ahead and make a perception check for the crab.
Oh,
Is there any
Jesus.
way I? No, I probably can't help in any way because Kai's just looking on the outside.
So, is that through the crab's perception or mine,
Yes.
since I'm the one looking through its eyes?
It is the crab's perception. It's not a
Okay,
wild
yes.
shape, it is its own creature.
Cool. That's what I was wondering. Okay, so
Yeah.
perception is
The
wisdom.
DM has advantage.
Huh?
What?
In the chat, they gave you advantage.
Yes, Eraser, thank you for the advantage on my next roll.
What the hell? It raised. No, I'm just kidding.
Okay.
I want to erase that advantage.
17. I can't do
17.
math. 17.
Okay. So, the water is dark, but luckily this form can still sort of sense what's around it even without light. And it doesn't take long for it to sense this enormous something sort of moving in and out of its visual range. And you can't see exactly, you can't make out what it looks like, but you can tell that it is large. Probably at least, it's hard to tell because it does feel like it's a long creature, so you're not sure exactly how wide it is, but in terms of length, it is probably like at least 25, 30, maybe up to 50 feet in length. It's sort of hard to tell in this water and how fast it's moving, and it is moving fast. And you can almost feel the crab getting like moved around in the current that this creature seems to be making.
Oh shit.
What's the crab's AC?
An 11?
Okay, well, yeah, that'll work.
It's a crab.
Yeah.
What do you want from me?
And how many hit points does it have?
It's 2.
Okay, so the crab is just like feeling this creature reach its visual range and then go again. and like it's almost like a radar, just like keeps hitting these blips. And then it feels something rush toward it behind it, and it turns, and you're back in your own body.
That's the second time I've had a familiar
do
die
I
in this
see it, like,
arena.
From above?
You see the sort of the still surface of the water has begun to sort of shift and ripple as if there is some sort of more heavy movement happening underneath, and you can see this long shadow, but you can't quite tell how deep down the creature is, and you can't quite tell what it is.
Okay.
But you see Anora kind of come back to their body, though, right?
For sure, yeah. To the bat body, yeah.
This is such a mess. I think we need a bigger boat.
I'll learn anything? Anything cool happening?
It's up to Ryujin what to do now, I guess, because I can't say
deep is the
anything.
water?
I'm just gonna like gesture and shrug.
I mean, you're 100 feet up right now, and you assume it goes all the way to the ground, so it's probably 100 feet deep.
Yeah.
I guess our gladiator plans.
Underwater gladiator fights.
Not with the giant creature.
That just makes it more fun and entertaining.
Can I...
What are you doing, Region?
Oh, poor little crab. And he was
Didn't stand a
amphibious.
chance.
Ooh, he could have
Didn't
come
stand
back
a
up.
chance.
How would he have... Oh, crabs can swim, right? They can do like...
Yeah.
He's amphibious. He has 20-foot walking speed or swimming speed of 20, and then he can breathe underwater and on land.
Okay, instead of holding the control water, I'm
water.
gonna hold lightning bolt, and I'm
Okay.
gonna say, like,
Wait.
I'm gonna shout at the water and just say, show yourself.
I think I should prepare to take a shot for bad decisions. Other than that one.
You shout it into the water, and you don't sense any difference.
Can you just dunk your head in for like 3 seconds?
Yeah, I was like, can't you talk to it if you dunk your head in?
Yeah, if you want me to pull my body back up without a head.
Well, I guess...
Is that just an enormous piranha?
Well, I feel like if you dunk your head in and pull it back up immediately, it's not gonna.
Put my head up. Woo! Pull it back up.
Unless Region has some very strange way of like hanging over 5 feet.
Man.
What are you doing?
Stick your head down and say, "Miss, gonna go roll for initiative."
Okay. How bright? No, I probably shouldn't use that. Fuck.
I can't
I
wait for
can
you guys
cast
to like
daylight on
pop down
something.
there, and it's just like a koi fish.
Alexa,
So, like, of the things
Oh,
that Anora
can
saw
I
of it,
shout down to Alexios?
Yeah.
Do you have anything that can cause a very bright light that we can toss into the water? Or a few things.
Adagio does.
I have my drift globe.
if Anora is not a bat, Anora can also cast light on objects through the ring.
The light doesn't really do much, does it?
Is there?
Yeah, light
I mean,
as
like,
a
lighting
Or is it
up the
with
light
a
water.
or
cantrip, light can essentially do like what a torch would do, but the drift globe can do light or daylight, which is way more powerful.
Adagio, would you like to? We need your help.
Would I like to lose another thing I collected on my journey? Nah.
Listen, worst case scenario. Oh, never mind.
It's a good point.
So
It's a
from
good point.
what
Okay,
Anora
then-
saw of the creature,
Can I
Listen,
Can
I'm
I
trying to
take
be
it?
safe here, and I'm trying to be smart, and I'm trying not to take a whole
We
bunch
could
of
just wait
risks.
until tomorrow morning, and we could go see. I was gonna say Nepeo. Dude, his name Nemo. You guys know what I'm talking about. He's a water
Anemios?
cleric.
Anemi? Is it Anemios?
Nemeos.
You can't
That's
say
a
Nemo
problem.
because we call Nemosini Nemo because we
That's
can
true.
never spell it when we're typing.
You think they're not the same person? Wake up.
Oh, oh God.
This is just another one of my crazy predictions.
Okay,
Watch out.
so I can't see its shadow or anything anymore. I can't see the shape of it in the water.
I mean, not really. Go ahead and make a perception check.
Look, we can all come back
Um,
when we're better prepared to find out what this is.
Of what Honora saw of it,
That's
is
good.
it like something that they would recognize?
Definitely
Perception.
not.
Okay.
Distinctly
18.
not. 18. Yeah, I mean, like you might see like the hint of a tail at one point, but it seems to be completely content, existing a bit lower. And as the sun is setting, the light is getting darker, so you're even seeing less than you used to.
I think this just might be something we need to back away from, but I can't say anything right now. So.
The longer we wait, the harder it's going to be to see. We don't know what it is, but it's big.
Just
It's
come back.
potentially eaten another group of people that was sent in. It was
There ain't something
possibly
anything else
placed
to
here by Poseidon, or is a creature that is of his making that was in here.
Which means you can't find it.
For Moonbeam,
don't
would
wanna
it be able
fight
to
it.
get to the water?
I just want to know what it is.
Well, then we can
I
wait.
wanted
If you have
to
no
just-
ill intention, and it's not killing anything right now because it's physically locked in here, we can just come back in the morning. At dawn.
All right. I really want to know what it is, but
I got something to do at dawn.
yeah, I bet you do. Okay. Well,
Literally
What?
have something to do at dawn.
Wait. What the
Why
fuck?
did you say it like that?
That's what I want to know. Why?
Oh, yeah. I hired a huge orc to escort the people back to Spirit Point, and I was going to introduce him tomorrow at dawn as the Tower of the One Smoke.
No, I want to know why Ryujin said, "I bet you do" like that.
oh, that was not reaching. That was me as a player being sassy.
Actual question about like seeing through the water though. With Moonbeam, would it go through the water to illuminate? Because it fills the cylinder with dim light.
Yeah, it wouldn't. I mean, dim light is significantly less powerful than bright light, but it would go through the water. Yeah.
But it wouldn't like
Also,
illuminate anything next to it. So like the Moonbeam would have to be on the creature then.
I mean, I'd say it could illuminate like the 5 feet around the creature, or I mean, around the moonbeam.
Okay.
But you'd still just get like glimpses of it, unless you happen to hit the creature dead on.
And that wouldn't be fun.
Right.
Out of character, I just want to say, y'all grown-ass adults just spent 20 minutes playing Who's That Pokemon?
Yeah.
It's
right.
Pikachu.
I love this entire first half has been you guys going like, I want to do this, and then going, okay, I guess we can't do that. Okay, I want to do this. Well, I don't know if we're doing that.
Alright.
Indecisive.
let's just come back.
Change my drinking game
Let's throw
every
a
time the
Dodgeo
hands of
and
fate
he
can't make a
goes-
decision. I have to take
First
a
of
shot.
all,
I'm just kidding.
you'd have to pick me up, and I won't go without fighting.
I'm
Okay,
still a
let's
large
just
creature.
come
I
back.
can just pick you up.
We can
I-
figure
if
out
I
if we
hit
can
you,
talk to
you
it
turn
or
back.
not right now.
Okay.
You have to drop me down to
Then-
enough hit points first.
Then I have an idea
Just
if
fireball
you want me to
myself.
try and talk to it.
Put your head in there. That's the only idea.
How far are we from the surface of the water?
Oh my
5 feet.
god. I'm the only one up here.
You guys are
with
essentially standing 5 feet above the water.
Okay. So if I'm standing outside the doors and they open them and I cast part water, making a pathway from the door, and I stick my head in and say, face me. I don't know, something.
Remember that if they open the doors, you would then be like in those outer hallways that you then have to like navigate to get to the central arena.
Okay.
We need a better idea.
Just put your head in and say hi. Either it's gonna charge you or it's gonna talk back to you. Then get your head back up in
Why
time,
the
probably.
I can't do anything.
You tell Honora that Honora can pick you up and fly you away when something comes up towards the surface.
What if Honora just like dunked you in the water and held you there?
This is a bad
not-
idea. All right.
Fuck it, you're already committed.
You already have-
DJ, you went from
you can
being the
either
voice of
leave-
reason to fuck it so quickly.
leave or do something.
Okay, so here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna cast Bigby's hand
Okay.
and have it shield me and like hover and like follow my body, all my main organs and limbs. Yes.
It's your spotter.
Yes. And Nora, I need you to pick me up and dunk my head in the water for exactly 3 seconds.
That's not even long enough to
from
get a
the
sense of
edge
stuff.
instead of me dunking you in the water.
Fine.
Not even
Then,
long.
okay.
I mean, I can't, but what was the point of me dunking? You've said that to Honora. Honora can't argue, so.
All right, then I'm just gonna I'm not gonna jump. I'll
I mean, you've said it now, and Honora can't argue with
Dunk
you.
and
So,
teleport out, can't you?
I guess I'm
So true.
dunking you. You said it, so I'm gonna pick you up and get ready to dunk you.
Don't do it for 3 seconds. You can say in 3 seconds. You're not gonna hear anything in 3 seconds. You're not
I'm gonna
respond for
watch
3
I don't
the
need it
shadow.
to-
When
I
the
don't need
shadow
it to
comes back
respond.
towards him, I'll move him.
okay.
You don't know if this thing can jump. You better fly. Run.
Yes, I can fly.
You better like soar, is what I mean. They eat the two of
I
you
got
and like
60
jump.
foot of movement,
Okay,
fly
okay.
speed. I'll go.
Let's just do it. I know exactly what I'm gonna say.
We're going.
Hopefully it works.
We're doing it. Let's go.
Okay.
I'm gonna die.
So, with
Bigby's
Bigby's
hand is
hand as
following
your
me.
spotter,
Yes.
the giant bat Anura grabs you by the feet, and you are now hanging upside down, being held by Anura. And
That scene
like
from
like
Spider-Man
chocolate dipping a
Homecoming.
popsicle, or chocolate dipping an ice cream cone, Anura just lowers you, and you feel the water hit your face, and the familiar, comfortable feeling of salt water filling your lungs. What do you say?
Come to the surface of the water. I am the son of Poseidon. We need to talk.
And you come out of the water, and you're just hanging there upside down.
No.
You-
Like take me back to the.
Oh, yeah, we're gonna go back to
You begin to
the
motion with your hands, and the bat gets you so that you are back on the edge, and you turn to look, and you wait. And you see this shadow
shielding me.
begin to rise. And then a small something breaches the surface. Small is relative. It seems to be the head of this creature on a very long neck that descends into the shadow of the water. At first it looks like almost like a giant dolphin, but then you see, instead of the sort of smooth rubbery skin that you expect, you see these intricate reptilian scales all the way down, slippery.
Apple truffle.
And you see its mouth is sort of open, and you see these rows upon rows of sharp teeth. But the creature itself doesn't seem evil per se. It just opens its eyes above the water, and you can see like a secondary eyelid begin to blink as well the other way. And it just looks at you. And then just sort of lowers itself halfway beneath the surface as well, and you can see some bubbles as it breathes beneath the surface, and then it raises its snout once more. And it just looks at you.
Okay. Can I have Anura just lower me again, but stay on guard? If this thing dashes, you take me away. And I'll
guess
still have
I'm gonna
Bigby's hand,
thumbs
like,
up as a bat. I don't know.
like I'll have Bigby's hand, like, still protecting me, and just
Okay.
lower me in again.
All right.
Oh.
So as the bat lifts you up again, you see this creature begins to lower its head again beneath the surface of the water. As you dip yours, it also dips itself completely underwater. So Bat Anura, you don't see the creature anymore. You just see the shadow. Ryujin, you open your eyes beneath the surface, and you can see the creature in its entirety. It is enormous, with a long neck, maybe 20 feet long by itself. And the body itself is almost torpedo-shaped, designed for speed and power. You see this big, enormous fins and its long tail reaching beyond it. It is unlike any creature you've ever seen before.
Is this a dinosaur? Okay, I
If
want to
it's a
ask it.
dinosaur, I'd be
I want
very
to ask it
happy.
where it comes from. What are you?
Language. Strange. You immediately get the sense that if it weren't for the magic that allows you to speak to all water creatures, this thing probably does not have language on its own. And so what you get in your mind are more ideas and images than words itself, but they sort of create sentences through image. And you just get the sort of idea of a vast ocean with an array of creatures that you've never seen before. Creatures like this one, other creatures very different. And then a whirlwind of water, and this creature getting lifted out of the water, out of the world that it's known forever, and then falling from the sky and landing in this new place, this new water. It's much smaller here, and it's hungry. And then it smelled meat, and it hunted. But 3 small snacks are not what this creature's used to hunting in the wild.
Yeah, hold on. Just give me a second. Do you know where you are?
You just get confusion.
Were you given a purpose when you landed? Any reason to be here, I guess?
You just get its base instincts again. Survive, eat, swim.
But it's stranded here in the middle of land. This water is gonna... I mean, unless Poseidon intends to keep it raining forever and filling up and this thing to just live here forever. But, like, eventually the structural integrity of the Colosseum will fail. Like, eventually.
And it has to eat.
What... Do you have a name? What are you called?
It never had a creature to give it a name. It never had a reason for a name.
Well, listen. I feel like you maybe have never had a language or been able to speak. It's always just been your instinct and, survival and all that. But we're talking, we're communicating. This is good. I think this is kind of new for both of us. So, hopefully don't hunt me, because I'm your friend, I don't want to hurt you. I don't want you to hurt me. I was just wanting to know why you were here and what was going on.
You almost feel the current shift slightly as it takes a big inhale through its nostrils. You smell like mother.
Mother?
There is no name for her. We have no names. But there is some creature like you, 2 legs, 2 hands, who protects me and my people, who gives us the wild in which to live. And you smell like her.
Thank you. I'm so curious right now. What the fuck? All right. I just want to help this thing get home. Honestly, what the fuck?
This is Free Willy,
Is it-
actually. This is the Free
Yeah, I was
Free
gonna
Willy
say,
arc.
This is my Free Willy story. Okay. Well, you hang tight. You know, if I come back, I probably will try to. I'll just dip my head in the water again and say it's me, so you know not to, try and bite my face off. We'll try to get you some food. If you like fish.
Fish seems to have a very strong reaction in its mind.
We'll try to get you some fish. All right. Well, you hang tight. I'll be back.
And it just sort of fades away from you and out of your visual range.
We're just gonna start like tapping.
Ting ting ting. Anura Bat, you feel the ting 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 of Ryujin. You pull him up, and he's once again out of the water and back into the air as you bring him over to the side and get him on dry land.
We should go talk to them. We should go down right now and talk to Alexios and Adagio.
I guess. And Ilme, all of them.
And Ilme, this is not what the hell is going on.
Bat Anura grabs your shoulders, and you both head down back to the rest of your party on the ground.
So, what do we find out?
I have no idea what that is. I've never seen it before, ever. It's really cool looking. It doesn't have a language, but we still communicated because,
yeah.
Because
the son of the sea god.
It's not from here.
I figured as much.
Like I don't think it's from this world, maybe? Or somewhere that's like very, very secluded and maybe guarded in the ocean. Like this is a very rare creature.
What are we supposed to do with him?
Yeah, I'll just like describe exactly what you said.
Sure, yeah. This bizarre sort of sea reptile, enormous creature.
So, what are we gonna do?
I mean, it was obviously put here for a reason, right? And we can assume it was Poseidon. It rains, like every night to keep the water there, and I don't think there's anything we really can do. I mean, like, I feel bad just leaving such a majestic creature like that in a coliseum, but it's obviously was put here for a reason, and I don't want to be messing with the will of the gods. But
oh my god.
Well, why don't we just leave it here for now? Maybe Poseidon will eventually return it to where it came from. We have the helm of teleportation, so we can always come back and look to see if it's still here. And if it is, then we can deal with it.
I told it I would bring it some fish, so I have at least at the very least by myself will bring in some fish.
Let's make sure that they don't kill him. Tell the guards and spread the word.
I don't think they can.
You don't know that. Everyone just stands there with a bunch of cannons and blah 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 blah.
It's a lot of water. I mean, I feel like that. I don't think they'll mess with it, honestly. But let's go take care of anything else we need to do. I'm sorry. This. I just wanted answers. I have them now. I'm content. I'm good.
I was just looking for a way that Maynor would talk to all the other Colosseum guys.
Oh yeah, I did want to look at his office to see.
But you're a gladiator, aren't you?
Well, actually,
technically you're a gladiator too. You fought.
Yeah.
Not me. I was talking about Ryujin.
Wait. So Alexios, do you want? Because it seemed like it was friendly enough with me. I could go and talk to it and see if I could go and look in his office.
As long as you understand that I can't save you when you go in there.
I'll go with you.
Fine. I mean, if you want to risk your life over, I don't know what exactly we're looking for. Maybe a message stone. It could be a book. I'm not sure.
Yeah, and I glow in the dark, so...
Okay, I mean, yeah, I think I think it's a good idea. We just need to get a bunch of fish first for it. I feel like that'll help our odds a lot. Cause
How much
it's
fish does
hungry.
this need to eat?
It's very hungry.
So, how would we get fish?
I don't know.
You explained
Not
to
hard.
me
Okay.
a huge
Is there like a?
something.
Okay, can I go? I guess.
You're gonna go to the market?
Yeah.
Is that
Just-
where you're gonna go?
Yeah.
To feed a giant fish thingy?
Yeah.
Okay, sure. Give
All right.
me all of your fish.
Exactly. Yeah. This is like the Loch Ness monster, man.
Yeah.
You're the guy who got hired at the bread factory, but like sneaks bread from under like his cloak to like feed the pigeons. That's who you are, right?
I accept this role. All right. I guess. I mean, if anyone wants to come with me, I'm just gonna go try and get a bunch of fish, come back and investigate the office, see what we can find. That's. I mean, I don't know what you guys all have to do, but
Nothing.
I'm gonna go get some fish.
All right. Luckily, fish is not hard to come by in Voltura. It's a fish-dominant town, so it doesn't take you long to find fish. What it does take you long to find is enough fish. But essentially, you can pay 2 silver per fish. So it's up to you how many fish you'd like to buy.
How big are these fish?
There was a good idea
Like
in
a
chat.
standard,
There was
like
a good idea in chat.
about like a, fish size,
Here's the thing.
like a carp.
Dagio, just cast create food over the arena.
Can it just be fish?
Yes.
Is that possible?
I don't know. Let me see.
I mean, it would work if I had it prepared.
Can you cast it as a ritual spell?
No.
Yeah, 45
Alright,
pounds
yeah,
of
we
food
get,
for
like-
sure.
Want a really big fish and cast in large.
I'm
Would
just-
that even work, or when the spell ends,
So-
would it just go back to like small when it's in its stomach?
A big
If
fish
something
on top
else
of big
casts
fish.
concentration on it, right?
Let me see. Wait.
Once it's already like food.
No, I can't cast create food and water as a ritual.
I don't
I was just
know.
wondering.
Okay, then
We could always come back tomorrow.
We can enlarge one fish.
Okay. Well, yeah, we'll come back tomorrow with a bunch of fish. We'll investigate the office, and we'll take care of whatever else we need to take care of today. And then tomorrow at dawn, we'll, Alexios, if you want any help with that, I suppose, we're available. But what should we do now? 'Cause this is on
Probably
the-
probably let the people know that we have a escort for them. We sent them to some tavern.
We
Oh,
did
true.
do that.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah.
Night. Are we gonna pay for their rooms?
I mean, I don't know if they have any money, do they?
I don't think they have anything.
They were taken from their homes.
Yeah.
Does Alcheminos have room for one night? It's a
Okay.
tall
No,
tower.
Alcheminos does not like guests.
I'll give you all some gold, and I'll meet you all back at the tower, or do you want to meet back at the inner gate?
I mean,
It
That's
doesn't
up to
really
you, I suppose.
matter where we sleep. We have like 3 places.
It's true.
Let's go to the inner ring since Alcheminos doesn't like guests.
I'll probably is the Tromacrates is still like in port, right? Okay, I mean, I'll probably stop by there at some point today.
It's already night, isn't it?
So it's getting late.
I guess some point.
Yes,
I might
it is
just sleep
certainly
there,
dinner
honestly.
time.
I'll probably go there for sleep, to be honest.
Okay.
Listen, y'all, I died. I woke up. I slept in a hammock and read for like 3 days. Just one more night in that hammock, and I'll be good to go. Okay?
Anna Nora also died like 2 days ago.
Yeah, you're right. Listen, we all died.
Actually, no, we all haven't died.
No, just the 3 of us.
Just those 3.
The 3 of us.
Yeah.
Just the 3 of us.
Just the
We
three
can
of
die
us.
if we try.
All right. So, I mean, aside from getting food for Jeff, and
Sorry, Jeff.
That-
That's what you
And
give the
talking
menacing sea
to-
creature as a name is Jeff.
goddamn right.
Okay. Okay.
Um,
So there's Apatrepo.
Tromocrates and
Yes.
Jeff.
and Jet.
I feel like it's a fitting name. Okay.
You
I
got
had
it.
the idea.
All right.
Right.
I'll tell you guys about
We
later.
did. Adagio did name a giant mix.
It's true.
Do you guys have anything
It
else?
was
you...
short for Mixix Piddlix.
Obviously.
sorry, what?
My favorite fifth dimensional imp, so leave me alone.
Does anyone else have anything they need to go and do that they want us to come with, or are we kind of going our ways for the night?
I'll go with you to the Tromocrates.
too.
Okay.
Actually, could you just
I
make
wanted
the
to go
request
see
on the
Cassandra anyway.
Great.
Okay.
So you guys can all head to the Tromocrates if you'd like.
Well, I wanted to try and find the person from what are they called? The Thieves Guild here.
What are they
What
called,
was it?
Delmay?
I don't remember. That's somewhere.
I think I wrote it down.
The Vulture. Ha! Ha!
There you go.
I did write it down.
The what?
The vultures.
I did not write it down. That's why. I didn't.
Yeah.
You did.
That's so basic. Oh my god.
There's a theme on the isle if you haven't been able to tell
Sometimes
yet.
subtlety is
Yeah.
lacking.
Wasted.
And
So,
it's
so
not
yeah, I wanted to
poeticism.
try and find that person, but I want to be invisible the whole entire time and try and follow them to figure out how to get into where their Thieves Guild is.
Okay.
Yep.
You head to the tavern where you met that woman, and she's at her table, just with her cards, just at this point playing cards with herself as she waits for people to come to her table.
Oh, I'm just going to be invisible and wait and
Okay.
see and follow. I don't care. I could take a point of exhaustion if I have to stay up all night. I want to know.
Okay. I will say, go ahead and roll me a d20.
Oh, jeez. Okay.
Not little one.
I did! I rolled a 1!
Okay. So you wait there for a few hours as she plays cards and has a few drinks. And you do see some people come and play cards with her, and you, with your keen eyes, with your keen eyes, try to see if there's some sort of code happening in the cards, and you get the sense that there probably is a code that can happen in these cards, but these people that are coming up might just be people playing cards, because it doesn't seem like there's any sort of like weird coded phrases that you hear. But she's there for a few hours, and then eventually, as it gets to like the wee hours of the morning, she does leave the tavern, and you're like sort of slapping yourself awake as you follow her. Go ahead and make a stealth check with advantage.
I guess.
Neither of these better be a 1. I'm gonna be very
No.
mad.
It's not a 1. It's just I'm not rolling very well today. 22.
22. So you follow her easily as she walks through the God's Rest district, and then she goes to a rather small home, unlocks the front door, closes it behind her.
Dang.
Seems like she just went home.
Dang. I figured that's what that was for. Ah! I'm annoyed.
As
Oh.
that is happening, the rest of you guys head to the Tromocrates, and they are enjoying a fairly normal land night. So they're drinking, they're having fun, they're partying, they're also playing games and that sort of thing. And you also notice a specific topic of conversation here. They are talking about the people that they've been interviewing today for the new bosun position. It seems like from what you're hearing that Cassandra and Teos have sort of been like running a casting call essentially. And as you walk in, you hear Traea sort of like talking shit about some of the candidates that came their way. And it seems from their talk that just knowing that the Tromocrates was looking for new crew members, they got a lot of fucking weirdos and people that weren't even bosuns, just wanting to like get in a room with Cassandra.
Tempted.
Yeah.
I mean, their bar was pretty low with the last one, so.
It's true.
Have we seen Remgrim at all?
I'm gonna try and take Cassandra aside.
Not really. No. You're not sure where he is.
Swear to God, if he took off with my patent, kill him.
Can I try
Alright.
to find Cassandra?
Yeah, Cassandra's in the center of the party. She's drinking with Teos and Traya as you come in.
They're drinking? I want to drink.
I'm
A
gonna
drink
try
is
and,
slid
like,
towards you.
Get her attention.
Yeah.
I'd like to sit down next to Triad and like near Cassandra if they're like in a
Yeah, they're
you
at
know,
a table.
you know,
They're at a table.
I want to lock eyes with Traya and be like, look what I can do. And then go into a rage so my hair just matches her white hair.
Holy shit! What happened to you? Did you almost
Super
get
sane.
like your life sucked out by a hag?
No, this was optional. This was by choice.
Is that a tail? Or am I drunker than I think I am?
Do you like it? Is it cute? I want to like slap her with my tail, but not
Bring
like.
up
Ow.
trauma and go, it's optional.
I know yours is by force, but my trauma, I chose it.
Cassandra goes, "Friends, it is nice to see you. I'm glad to see you back in town in one piece."
I have a few things.
Thank you.
First of all, it's nice to see you too. It looks like you're trying to recruit a new bosun.
We are, yes. Our beloved Rangrim has decided to stay at port.
Do you know
Is he
where
beloved? Can I get
Rangrim
something there?
is by chance?
I do not. I believe he was making some deals or having conversations in the Dreadnought district with some carpenters and such who can mass produce that board of surf that you guys invented.
Okay, hold on. Okay.
I'm gonna grab a drink
And,
while this is happening and just.
Yeah, I'll
sit
grab
down.
a drink as well.
Yeah, Dewdrop
So-
is sort of filling up everyone's drinks as it goes.
Hey, Dewdrop,
Hello.
Fuck you, Dewdrop.
make it a.
What did you say to
double.
me? Your
Okay,
drink
we
finds
just-
itself
let's-
slipped and it just pours out on the floor.
My drink or Alexios's?
Alexios's.
Okay.
Oh, I wasn't gonna-
So, looking at Traya and Cassandra. So, you're familiar with the situation with the Colosseum, right?
Yes, it is hard to avoid.
What have you heard other than it's full of water and possibly a creature?
That is all we have heard.
Okay, so I looked at the creature. I don't think it's of this world. It's beautiful and majestic and deadly and vast, but if it is from this world, it's from a very secluded place, deep in the ocean somewhere. I think maybe probably untouched by man, but it's so. First things first, I need to figure out a way to get a bunch of fish. We had a conversation. I promised a lot of fish. Second, I'll just describe it to them too. It's
Sure.
it's a goddamn dinosaur.
Wait a minute. Could work on him?
And I'll
What,
see if
Adagio?
either of them.
Would a good berry just work to like satisfy his hunger?
I don't know.
After I describe it, I'll just ask like, do either of you know of anything like this? Heard any stories? Anything?
As you're describing it, as this conversation is happening, Seaman and Nemios also sits down and just begins to listen.
right.
And he goes, well, first of all, that's a lot of information. If you need help with fish feeding this creature, I can certainly assist you in that regard, with my own magical capabilities.
Okay.
In terms of what this creature might be, I can't say for sure. It is certainly unlike any sea creature I've heard of, but there is much of the ocean that is still unexplored, and there are extraplanar areas where this creature might be from. The elemental plane of water is said to have a great many species that we do not have here. There are even...
It said,
yeah, go ahead.
It said that I smelled like its mother, that they don't have names. They don't have a name for her, but she gives them the wild to hunt and protects them, and all it remembers is a whirlpool being sucked in and being dropped out of the sky in the Colosseum full of water. So it said I smelled like her, like his mom or something.
Well,
Anything?
I don't entirely know what to make of that. It could mean that he smells some sort of celestial energy on you, and that whatever creature looks after him is some sort of celestial being. That would not be entirely rare. The elemental plane of water, besides merely Poseidon, has other minor celestials who call it home, and I've even heard that Artemis might have some sort of plane all to her own, where she lets wild creatures run free. I confess, I don't know.
Interesting. Okay. I mean, if you would help with it's very large. It would be a lot of fish. I plan to just go to the market and buy whatever I could, but I mean, if you're willing to help, that'll probably be better.
I think it would be a bit better, yes.
Is there any chance you could create, probably not living fish, right? Not live? Because it's a hunting creature, so I figured maybe it would enjoy that more. I don't know.
I can certainly try. It might be pushing the spell a bit, but I can give it a go.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, it was weird. I mean, it doesn't have like a language either, you know, which I mean is understandable.
Yes, most
a lot of creatures don't.
Animals probably don't. But, and I am not one to attempt to decipher the meaning of signs from Poseidon, but if the sea god flooded this Colosseum and placed inside it a creature who is merely intelligent enough to hunt whatever crosses its path, perhaps that is what Poseidon desires, is to merely
it was definitely
ensure that no one else can do what was done in that place.
Yeah, I had the same kind of thought.
Well, I mean, there are certainly creatures at Poseidon's disposal. If he desired to wreak havoc on the city or something, he could certainly put a creature in that arena that would be far more destructive, far more intelligent, with far more capabilities. But this seems to be, as much as you describe, a rather large, monstrous, but at its core, an animal.
Yeah. Man, it'd be so cool to ride that thing, though.
Oh, I'm sure.
Alright, enough of these ideas. That's what got me killed in the first place. Alright. So how y'all doing, huh? How you been? Only been
It's
a few
alright,
days,
you know, we... And Trey goes, oh my god. Guys. So I've been, like, running these people that Cassandra and Teos have been interviewing, and let me tell you, there are some really cool people on this island. We don't have use for them, and some of them are fucking nuts, but at least everyone's got a fucking story.
It's funny.
What was that? Alexios, you're really quiet.
Oh, this is Stal.
There you go.
And these were bosuns, right?
Well, most of them were, but I think once word got around, just like anyone who was on a ship that no longer had a ship was just looking for jobs.
And you were you were looking at them closely.
I was like essentially
give
running
me-
the room, if I don't say so myself.
Is
Insight.
anybody, or is there any way you could do a little bit of scouting for, us maybe?
Sure. Do you have a ship?
That's kind of what I wanted to talk to Cassandra about.
You are getting a ship.
It was,
Is our hospitality not
things
enough
are
for you?
going-
No, we're very thankful for your hospitality. It means the world to
No,
us.
we just didn't
Um,
want to overuse it.
We didn't want to overstay our welcome.
So what do you need from me?
Anyway, we could talk in private.
Of course. Ladies, gentlemen, everything in between. Alexios and I will be in my office. Do not let the party stop on our account. She just stands up and everyone's like, "Yeah!" and continues drinking as she pulls you into her office. She just sits down at her desk. Well,
So, we have Ryujin on the team, and he's pretty, death prone. And the way things are going, we're probably gonna have to be at sea for a while.
okay.
And I figured, if you didn't notice, I hate the sea. And
It has come up, yes.
I figured the best thing would be to have the best ship possible.
Well, you are
And
standing
I
on the
figured
best ship
somebody
possible.
like you, granted, but it's not our ship.
True.
Can't really expect you to go and fight enemies of Poseidon anytime we up and want you to,
Yes, that is true. So you are going to
And-
commission a new ship or find one to commandeer?
Eesh. I think we're gonna commission one. We've made a bit of gold from the race to Olympus.
True.
But, the thing is that you've been around and you've heard things, and, I've read about things, and I want to find out if some of those things are true.
Okay.
Mainly ways to improve a ship that aren't common.
Okay. What exactly are you interested in?
Well, basically stories. Like I've heard of ships that, or a ship particularly, that could fool anyone into thinking that it was one of their own, and could just disappear and pop up randomly.
Yes. I have not personally seen the ship, but I have heard those legends, yes. Are you looking for something like that?
That and other things.
Well, I do know that ships of legend like that, they don't last long. Because every little bit that you add to your ship creates a larger target on your back. I should know with these cannons I have on this deck. The ship is a living thing. And therefore, certain ships and certain crews, only so much can be added to them. For instance, if a ship of a traveling priest were to find whatever magic it is that creates that sort of ever-changing sail that could allow people to slip in and out of enemy lines, that ship would serve no real purpose, for the priests would have no reason to do this. But if that ship belonged to smugglers, well, then that is a very powerful ship. I think you should take one step at a time, my friend. Get a ship. Figure out what it is that you would like this ship to do. And then try to find a legend that speaks to you.
Just really looking for a place to start. Trepo isn't a small enemy.
That is true. I would say, depending on what it is you are hoping to do, then you can start in any given place. There are lots of different places to start. For instance, I have heard of a ghost ship that is translucent in the darkness and is run by ghosts. And for this, I would say you would want to start in a place of death. Ask around the Barren Isles for something like a powerful figurehead that could turn into a living statue that could fight your enemies for you. Well, perhaps you would want to talk to a powerful archmage who could know something about the creation of golems. Something like this.
Fair. And what if I wanted to reinforce the outside of the ship?
Well, you would simply need a powerful builder.
That doesn't seem too hard to find. Would you know of one?
Let's find out.
+5.
And actually, I get advantage on this.
Oh.
I know of stories. I do not know this person's name, but I have seen their handiwork on the seas. A craftsman on Odyssea. Old, with weathered hands, but impeccable work on ships.
Got a description?
I did. With the hands, and he's old, and he's on Odyssea.
A description of Odyssea?
Odyssea is like, Sparta in the sense that everybody knows it, right? Or Odyssea is
you would know, because most of the islands in the Isles of Ilium are named after heroes of the Trojan War. You know that Odyssea is one of the isles in the Isles of Ilium.
Ask if she has a piece of dirt or rock from Odyssea.
What spell are you trying to use?
Thank you.
If I have an object from the place, I can teleport there so easy, okay? That's what I'm trying to get at.
I hate you.
What was that? Oh, and I was gonna ask Triea also, but any good like bosuns?
We are deciding between two candidates. Whichever one we do not go with, we would be more than happy to send your way.
Either of them seem kind of shifty.
We have already ruled out the shifty ones.
Fair. We're probably gonna be around tomorrow, but I think tomorrow may be our last day in Voltura. We're moving along.
I will tell you, with all of the people that we have seen, as we have been searching for a bosun, if you are looking for a crew, we could most likely find you some candidates.
Really?
If you would like to come to our casting room tomorrow, we could certainly parade them by.
Oh, we need that. Shoot, we have to. We're a little bit busy at dawn. I don't know if Ryujin wants to try to feed his water thing.
I will be fast asleep at dawn. You can meet us midday.
Thank you. Busy. You
I
know.
don't think most people wake up at dawn.
You're gonna go drink
Oh yes.
after this. I think I want to get wasted with you. You wanna?
Of course.
Rivalry.
All right. So you guys head back to the party, and as the party continues and the night of festivities only begins, we're gonna take our break there because it's pretty late to take our break, so I apologize. But we will be back so soon in the second half of this episode. Thank you guys for being with us up to this point, and I cannot wait to see what happens next. We'll be back so soon. See you then. And we are back. Welcome back to tonight's episode of The Links of Tartarus. If you missed the very beginning of the stream, I will just remind you that the Red Opera season finale is tomorrow on Fableforge RPG's Twitch, so check that out tomorrow. But let's get back to the cool campaign, Links of Tartarus. So, sorry, Joey, if you're still watching.
Let me just clip this and tweet it at him real quick.
Yeah. So, you guys are at this party on the Troma Coffees. Is there anything else you'd like to do tonight before crashing for the night?
Couple things.
Go
We
ahead.
gotta go get
I
the
have to
people
go
from
meet
the bar.
people.
Get rid of the
Yeah,
tavern.
I at least have to do that.
We forgot about him for a minute.
Sure. Do you remember which tavern you told them to go
The
to?
Bleeding Prey. I have it written down.
Okay, all right.
There's a reason I can't get fully drunk because I am a good note taker.
All right. So, who's going to the Bleeding Prey to tell the people? Just Alexios?
I'll go with him.
Okay. Alexios and Anura, you guys head to the God's Rest district, just part of the way across the circumference of the city here, and find yourselves at the Bleeding Prey Tavern. I don't remember if you guys have been in this tavern before.
We have not.
There is in the center. There is an enormous skeleton of a long dead creature, some sort of monstrous creature that sort of exists as the central defining characteristic of this tavern. And around that skeleton is where this sort of circular bar is. You see in a table in the corner that those 4 former hostages who are all sort of nursing what looks like their first drink, and sort of looking around and not quite sure what to do with themselves.
Hey,
Are we going to give them a room, or are we just going to take them back to the ship? We didn't discuss this. I say sneakily, I guess.
no,
I don't know.
I
Nora's
gave
not
them-
sneaky, though.
I gave them silver for drinks.
I just knocked over my drink. I'll be back.
Yeah. I gave them silver or money for, lodging and stuff yesterday, right? Or no, this morning. technically.
Yes.
Yeah, then I'll approach their table. Hey, everything alright?
Yes, just sort of waiting for the direction.
Did you all get rooms?
Who was that?
Gavin.
Sounds like it was
I
Gavin.
clicked on the stream to open it back up, and the volume on my phone was mad. I'm just so sorry, everybody.
You were
it was
saying,
drastic.
Alexis?
Oh my god.
Um,
We're all losing it. I'm knocking over my drink. Gavin's playing stuff at full volume. It's fine. Everything's fine. Sammy looks so done with us.
you got rooms for the night?
Yes, not necessarily the best rooms in the inn, but a bed to sleep on.
Good. That's all you need.
Amazing.
We're gonna meet. Can you see the tower from outside?
And from certain places you could see like the tip of the tower, just from certain vantage points.
Okay. We walked them past the tower, or they
Yeah.
went to the tower with us. Good. So we arranged escort for you. Big orcish guy. You'll meet him in the morning. We want you to meet us at dawn at the Tower of the One Smoke.
Okay, great. Wonderful. Thank you.
Don't mention it. We'll see you. You can sleep now. Yeah, be safe.
Thank you
Do you need
very
help
much.
finding? Do you need help finding the tower in the morning?
No, it's the only tower on the outside of the walls. I'm sure we'll be able to find it.
A little hard to miss.
Fair. I just wanted to make sure.
I wish that we had more to offer you to show our gratitude.
Don't think anything of it.
No problem at all.
Rescuing people is kind of our thing.
I thank you.
I'm so sorry if you can hear Zelda sighing on stream. She's mad at me because I'm not paying her attention.
All right, so you guys have communicated that message. You guys just gonna head back to the Tromocrates?
Yeah.
All right.
Yes.
Did I
Anything
ever
else that you...
ask-
Oh, go ahead.
Sorry. So I'm at the Tromocrates. Did I ever ask Trio how she got the gem originally?
I mean, I believe you guys talked about how she...
Really?
The Tromocrates... Like, going to Nepiot is part of their route, and Traia specifically has trained with people in Nepiot.
Okay, because like I was thinking about it earlier. I was confused because I thought getting the gems and like going to the different biomes was a thing for. What was the specific group? Was it? It wasn't the Sisters of the Moon. It was the other ones, right?
Yeah. It is, but because every druid habitat has to know about it in order to help that happen, it has sort of just become in general a sort of a badge of honor. There's just only some druids that it actually has a purpose for.
Oh, this makes some. I was so confused. Okay,
Yeah.
sorry. I thought about that earlier, and I just.
Yeah. Which is why
wanted
it's
to
like
see if I'd
it's not
asked
really
her.
the end of the world for her to give it hers to you, because it doesn't
Okay.
actually mean anything to her.
Okay.
Yeah. All right. Anything else you guys would like to do tonight? Any of you
Yeah.
aboard the Tromocrates? Adagio, go ahead.
When Honora gets back on the ship, I want to talk to them.
Sure. Honora and Alexios come back up the ship.
I'm gonna walk up to Honora and be like, I'm just gonna jump into it. I'm just gonna be like, you know they were right?
I don't think Anna could hear you, but go ahead.
Adagio's
Sorry,
talking to you. He just walks up to you when you come back. You know they were right?
Who? What? What?
Everyone who's ever warned us that this quest for the gods, our mortal lives are always in danger. I mean, me, you, and Ryujin ourselves have died so many times.
I've only died
I'm gonna like lift up my shirt, I guess, to where you can see the scar, and be like, "I've known this when I knew you for less than a week."
Less than a week.
Damn,
Yeah,
that was
why?
like what, session 5?
Yeah, something like that.
Yeah, I'm just like gonna look at Adagio and like point to it and be like, "I've known this for less than a week. The gods couldn't have cared less had I died then."
It was literally like day 3 in Delphi.
Yeah, like I literally had been with the party for less than like 3 days then at most.
Y'all were level 2.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
What a fun time, right?
This is how we
I'm
knew
gonna
Sammy
have
wasn't
to-
joking around. There was a dead druid already.
I didn't
I'm
even
gonna-
have Kai yet.
You didn't. That's right.
Yeah, all I had was Eldritch Blast and Mage Hand.
Anyway.
I was the only one who had chosen their subclass at that point because I was the only one who got it at level 2.
Well, Ryujin warlocks choose it at first level as well.
Oh, they do. That's right. Because druids are level 2 when they choose it.
Yeah.
Yeah, it used to have a really cool name, but now it's Fathomless.
Yeah. Anyway.
You like that?
But yeah, I've known that since the beginning of this.
It's a dangerous quest we're sent on. But I just wanted to hand you the diamonds that I have for Revivify. Oh, yeah.
We
Yeah,
both need
that's
to
right.
have these. We both need to have access to them.
Yeah, but I think you should hold on to them.
I will. Give me 1 second. I got to see how many diamonds are needed for reincarnate, and then what's the time frame on it.
How many diamonds do you have, Adagio?
I think it's like 200's worth. Let me see.
You have to have 300 for Revivify.
I have 300 gold worth of diamonds.
Because I don't have any right now.
Exactly.
You got one Revivify left.
We need to get more
Revivify between the
diamonds
two of
then
us.
for
So
sure.
I'm gonna hand it to you.
I think we need to have at least 300 between each of us so that one of us can cast it if need be, and then I want to have enough
If we
for
split it between the two of
reincarnate
us-
because that's up to 10 days if something happens that we can't do it quick enough and we're not around somebody who can do something else.
Then you should hold on to them.
So we need to go get some in the morning, I guess,
If we can find any.
if we can find any, because it costs 1,000. Oh wait, no, it's not even diamonds for reincarnate. My bad.
Well, reincarnate, just so you know, is a very different type of spell. It's not like a resurrection spell. It is a
Yeah,
you're pushing reset on their entire life.
but they have all of their memories and stuff. So it
Yeah,
just
but they're a completely
changes-
different creature.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's
But
like a
at the end of
last
the day, it's
resort if you
something-
can't
Yeah,
revivify.
If we
But,
can't
like, in
revivify
case-
and we
Have a
don't know when we can get to
teleportation.
somebody who can actually,
Between me
you know,
and you, can you not reincarnate me? I'd rather not come back if I'm not me.
So what would happen if you reincarnated a demigod?
It's never been done, to your knowledge.
Do you have a table that has them as an option for rolling or not? Because I want to know. I'm trying to make plan out if we
You
need to
wouldn't
get the
know.
diamonds or not.
You wouldn't know.
You're just gonna be reborn as somebody else's kid.
You can be anything, right? Like any other
Uh,
races?
it's a
Yeah, you could be
table,
any
so,
race.
yeah,
Or an elf?
Yep.
it could
Oh
be
my God.
anything.
Could you be a gnome?
You
Can I
could. You
opt-
could be
can
a
I opt out of
forest
that?
gnome or a
A
rock
gnome
gnome.
barbarian?
I want to have a living will. Do not reincarnate.
I mean, I won't if
Do
y'all
not
don't want me
My
resuscitate.
to.
DNR. My
Do not
DNR.
Do not reincarnate.
Well, if we're trying to get the stuff for it, the reason I was asking, because I have to get rare oils and other things worth, I can't say the word, at least 1,000 gold pieces, which the spell will consume when I use it. But if nobody wants me to cast it on them, I'm not going to get those things.
We can
That's not
teleport
good
now anyway, so
Other random
no way.
important people who randomly need to be
Don't-
reincarnated.
But the thing with the teleporting is there's always a chance of it going wrong. And we don't end up where we need to be.
Not like 10 days away.
You never know. It's how bad you fail.
I just have something
We only
on
go to
this. I'd
places
hope.
we really
But I
want.
mean, like, if y'all don't want me to, I won't even go get the stuff for it, and I won't prepare it ever.
I'm good. I don't want to come back as a knoll or some shit.
Anybody else? Saying
That's
no?
up to you. You know,
We
Like-
like being demigods.
It's the reason I chose this campaign.
that's fair.
I love Sammy. Sammy, you're
We
great.
were
Right.
born this way.
Yeah,
My connection
you're
to my
right.
father
You're
is
Lady
like
Gaga.
one of the most important things to us.
I just need to know. So, Adagio's a no. Alexios is a no. Ryujin, what is your stance? Yes or no?
We were all quiet. It's a no.
Or half
Yeah,
and
I'll
half.
say no too. If
And
I
then
go out a
Ilme?
demigod, I want to stay that way.
I'm not there, so I cannot
Are you
answer
not
this.
there? Oh, I
true.
thought you were
No,
there.
No.
I'm not there.
Well, I
Ome's
guess
on
I'll
a
see you
night
in the
mission
morning.
that is proving to be completely useless.
I'm
just
I guess
so
I'll
not
ask
interested
Ilme
in
in the
it.
morning. But we still need to get extra diamonds and stuff anyway. But if everyone's going to say no to it, it would be a last resort. But I won't get the stuff yet if nobody wants to come back as something different. I mean, you'd still be you, just not
I just wouldn't be me.
the same form.
I wouldn't glow. I
Is
wouldn't.
this like
have a
envy
connection to
because
my father other
you
than my
are tired of
clothes.
being the only non-demigod?
This is
You
me
want us
not
to be
wanting to see
reborn as-
my. This is not me not wanting to see my family not be able to come back, but yeah, definitely it's the envy thing.
No.
Whatever. I'm gonna take the
Right.
diamonds from Adagio and go find somewhere to just lay out under the stars and be done with it. I'm going away from the party.
Okay, sounds good.
I'm just gonna drink with Cassandra and Traya and just, I don't know, talk about life and stuff.
All right.
See if they
Anything
have
in particular?
Any questions for me, I guess. If they want to talk about anything, I'm here. Otherwise, I'll just kind of be quiet, drinking, you know. pondering
Yeah.
my
Triad
existence.
is just sort of like talking about all the different like cool things this creature in the Colosseum could be, and like where it could come from, and what other creatures like it there could be. But there's nothing really like pressing. As you guys all just sort of have your party, and the party fades out. Adagio, is there something else you wanted to do?
Yeah.
Go ahead.
I wrote a thingy. A singy song singy.
Great.
That I'm
a
sweating
singy
my
song. A
outfit
singy
for.
song that sings.
Teo sees your paper, and he's like, "Let's fucking do this."
No, okay, it's a work in progress and it's not finished. But I wrote it for the groups in good company. But it's very acousticy and like pull out your lighter type of song.
It's not
I'm
finished
ready.
because Honora hasn't got to
It's
look at
not
anything.
finished because it's no, this is a different one. This is
Oh, I thought this was the other one. I'm
The
sorry.
lyrics to this one because I wrote them last night.
Teo lights a torch. He's like, "Everyone, shut up!"
Oh my god, no. The attention of the Tremocrates and all of you people. So I titled it "What You Are to Me," and there's only three little sections, so you'll know what it is. All right. Ugh. You stand for what's right, and you always fight the fight. With you, I can laugh or I can cry. Well, you're heroes to me. You're all heroes to me. Don't flinch and don't run. We're just here to have some fun. Well, you're siblings to me. Friends when I'm in need. And I'll have your back if you stand by my side. Our friendship's my pride, and you're family to me. And that's more than anything. Well, you're heroes to me. You're all heroes to me. That's it. That's the whole song. And then I'm just gonna jump in the water and disappear.
Amazing.
Lyrics to that. I've got some chords that might fit it.
I am gonna give you a D6 inspiration die for that, Adagio. So at any point the rest of the night, you can add a D6 to one of your D20 rolls, okay?
Isaac, send me the lyrics. I have chords written out that I want to see if they work.
Alright, so the party swells, and the party dies, and eventually you all find sleep. Ilme, you eventually trudge back to the Tromocrates and just, like, crawl into your hammock and fall asleep.
Before I go to sleep, can I sit with the statue and pray for a little bit?
Sure.
Like,
Anything in particular?
Yeah, so because the only reason like I went off by myself in general was because the demigod thing got brought back up again.
Sure.
So I just want to take out the statue and like looking under the stars. I just want to start talking to Artemis, I guess. And just I don't understand what most of this means anymore. I thought I knew what my place was in the world and what I needed to do to have done what you want me to do with life. But now it kind of feels like you just put me in a position that there's no rule book for, where I get the worst of both worlds almost. Like there's the constant reminder that I'm a child of a god without being a child of a god. And I don't know what to do with that anymore. Like, you haven't given me any guidance since you took Mnemosyne. That's the most I've heard from you since I left the temple. I don't know what I'm doing anymore. Just a sign that I'm going the right direction, I guess, without me having to, sacrifice an herbalism kit just to get an idea.
You send this thought out into the cosmos, and you're met with silence.
When am I not? That was it.
Okay. You all eventually find sleep. And then eventually the sun begins to rise. You can all take a long rest.
D&D Beyond.
And now, it is a bright new day here in Voltura. What would you guys like to do?
For the teleportation helm, what do we have to go places with it? Like, can we describe a place to you?
So, I literally have that tab pulled up just in case anybody asked.
I
So-
have a question about that because
A description,
my goals changed a little bit.
It has to be like a pretty good description, and so I roll a D100, and I mean, if it's just a description, I'd say it's probably like, oh man, like 50-50 chance we'll make it there.
Oh my god.
If it's viewed once, odds are
What if I drew a picture?
not the same. But if I've seen it a few times or I'm very familiar, then it's a really good chance. But if I have something from that place, or there's a permanent teleportation circle there, then we can make it there, no problem.
Okay.
Wait,
Like,
so wait,
100%
you can teleport us to the teleportation circle that was in the underground?
Hold on, let me look.
Ooh.
We've been
Um,
there.
So it has to be a permanent teleportation circle whose sigil sequence we know.
Could you remember it?
I mean, I can try.
Was that a permanent one? Didn't he have to draw it every single time?
Did he have to draw it, or was it there? I don't remember.
There's also
so
the
he had,
teleportation
Why
circle
would
in the
we
Medusa's
get
cave,
to
right?
yeah. So the one near the lair of the Medusa and the dragon was one that he had to draw, but it then transported you to a permanent one that was in the
Yeah.
underground. Yeah.
It's permanent.
The question
oh my
is,
gosh.
did Ryujin spend the time when you guys were there to look at the sequence of sigils and try to remember them?
Absolutely not.
Probably not.
Right.
Dang.
That's when I still had a -2 intelligence.
But we were
I
all
was down
there.
to a -1.
Between like the rest of we can like.
Did anyone try to memorize it?
I drew a picture actually. I have it right here in my.
No,
I
no.
did.
Roll the tape.
I did, but I don't remember.
I remember dressing up as a
No.
Medusa to trick that guy.
That's true.
Hell yeah, baby! That worked so well. I mimicked
worked
the
great.
voice. Oh man, I was so proud of that moment.
Yeah. Anyway,
Okay.
I had to try to wake everybody up to see if they want to go to the Tower of the One Smoke to see them
I
all.
want to start waking up at dawn every day, so I'll definitely be up and walk over with you.
Adagio
I
wakes
am
with the
still
sun.
sleeping.
I'm probably up.
You want to go?
Who, me, or-
Yeah, anybody who wants to go is invited. We're just gonna see them off with the orc that I hired.
Am I gonna see Alchemanos?
Yeah, I have to talk to him about something.
I'm gonna pass. I'm sleeping some more. Going back to bed.
Don't
I was
do
up
anything
late.
until we come back and get you, please.
I will still be sleeping.
Always.
I feel like after the last couple days that Ryujin has had, he's probably just like, I don't know, man, getting as much time in that hammock as he can.
Okay.
I have a question.
Sure.
But it's dawn, you said?
It's dawn.
Oh yeah, Ryujin's not awake.
So
There's no way.
from here to Sullivan, that's the place, right?
Sullivan, yeah.
Sullivan, I was close. God damn it.
Yeah.
If something travels about 50 miles per 24 hours, how many days would it take to get there?
We're talking weeks.
Math.
You're going across a continent.
Math.
Damn it, that's what I
Do you
thought.
have anything from Sylvan? Wait, you're from Sylvan. What if you just held
I'm
Honora?
from there.
Yeah, what if you just held Honora?
I think it specifies it needs to be an
They
object.
can put on the
I
helmet.
mean,
Yeah.
if I have
Nothing from
anything
childhood?
from home, though, that's the thing.
Do
Yeah,
you?
true.
Do you have
Just
anything?
put on the helmet.
I don't know what would count from home or not.
Yeah, I mean, you could use the helm too, because you would be very familiar with it, so we would just be able to go.
You would have to attune to it, right?
Do I have to attune?
Oh, yeah, you would.
I mean, like, I don't know of the stuff that I have, what would be stuff that I might have taken from home, you know?
And it should clarify it. Like, it's not like a plate that traveled to that location once. It's like something from that location, like
Like a piece of rock.
a piece of that location.
Oh,
Yeah.
because I was thinking, like, I have, like,
So,
clothes and stuff maybe I would have taken, or like my
gonna
water
start-
skin and stuff like that could have been something I got when I was there, but I don't know what would count and what wouldn't.
And I would say a lot of that stuff is stuff that you got with Huntress Alexandra.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. I was just wondering.
Yeah.
I'm gonna start grabbing pieces of like earth
I don't
or
know.
rock or objects from places we visit, just in case we need to go back and
Sure.
flash.
Yeah, you can. It's not
I-
hard to grab a rock from the streets of Voltura.
Yeah,
Wanna-
I definitely have done that, by the way.
Yeah.
While we're walking
Wait, we still have
over
the Godstone.
to...
If we use the Godstone, would it just like send us back here?
The Godstone's not from here.
Yeah,
Ah,
it's like literally part of the universe,
Oh.
dude.
this is
Holy
we
shit!
can only travel
Holy
within
shit.
our own plane, right?
What if I used the Godstone and went back to wherever that was from?
It's
You can only travel within your own plane, and it might not be from this plane.
But if we held on to it and like, what is that one? Plane shift? Can we like
Plane
go to where Ares?
I can
Ares, where
plane
you live?
shift.
How's it going?
Okay,
It's
I
not
can
quite how
plane
plane
shift,
shift
so-
works.
Is it not?
No.
Is it linear plane? There's one spell that like you need something from there to get there, right?
Yeah. So plane shift, you need specifically you need something that is it's called a tuning fork, something that is tuned to the energy of that plane.
Oh.
Can
I'm gonna
I,
find that.
before we go to the tower, can I wake Ryujin up and talk to him real quick?
Before dawn.
I thought it was like dawn, like we were... Oh, we're meeting them at dawn, that's
Yeah.
right.
Yeah.
I'm not going then, never mind.
Dude. We all just push this responsibility onto Alexios because we're too
That's a
tired
little-
from the
that's
party
a
last
little
night.
I'll make it
Maybe
fast.
wait.
So Alexios,
Alexios,
as the sun is just beginning to rise, you get out of your hammock and get yourself dressed in your armor and weaponry and stuff, and you head over to the Tower of the One Smote. You get there
Wait, I'm
before.
awake. I'm just
Oh,
gonna-
Adagio, you're also awake. Sorry, Adagio, you're going with Alexios.
I just said fuck it,
And
'cause
it's funny
late.
because like Adagio's glow, like as the sun continues to rise, the glow gets like fainter and fainter until you can't really even really tell if he's glowing. You guys get there first, and you see the 4 former hostages beginning to walk towards you, and then behind them you see this armored, great axe wielding half-orc man.
What was the half-orc's name?
I told you. I told Alexios.
What was in there? I'm not paying attention.
I
Torrid?
didn't write his name down.
Torrid?
Huh?
I'm gonna be like, hey man, how's it going? I'm Adagio. Who are you?
Yeah, I forgot his name. So me personally, I think we should like try to lead him to say his name.
Yes, I'm gonna extend my
Just say
hand.
this
I'm
out loud in front of
Adagio.
him.
No,
Think
because
of
we'd
my
have to
habits.
like, we could just like walk up to them, well, to the hostages, and then walk up to the warrior and be like, "Hey, he's gonna be escorting you. His name is," and then he's gonna say it, and not awkward at all.
So is that what you do?
Right? Yes.
All right. So you go up to the hostages and be like, "Hi guys, this is your guide." He goes, "Yes, Calloway the Blessed. It is a pleasure."
Calloway,
I got
Wait, why did we get
so
Torrid?
wrong.
Torak is someone who works at the arena.
Ah.
Right.
We suck. Be like, so like, how many levels of barbarian are you?
I do not know what you mean, but I am very powerful.
On a scale from like 1 to 20, how powerful would you say you are?
I'd say he is more of a paladin. He uses holy Ares. Yeah.
That is
He's a
correct.
paladin. He's
On a
not
scale of 1 to 20, how bad?
I also would like to appreciate, we're just going to gloss over Alexios going, he's more of a paladin. He uses Ares. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's basically
So this is my crew. We shall be off. No time to waste. No time like the present, eh?
Take care of them as if they were my own children.
He
Okay.
doesn't know you.
I don't think he would take care of your
I could be a weirdo if I want to strangers. The fudge.
That's all you've done.
You're not even here.
Would you like to say your goodbyes, gentlemen?
I'm right with you. I'm standing right
Oh
next
no,
to
I
you.
was talking about it. No.
Would you like to say goodbyes? Or shall we just be off?
Oh yeah, I'm gonna hug one of them randomly. Like not even like they're not even gonna look at me, and I'm just gonna squeeze. I'm gonna
Like,
miss you
oh.
so much, buddy. We had so many laughs and cries, but you're going places. And I'm just gonna start crying like a widow.
Okay, thank you. Right, we are off. Thank you for the money. Let us go. And he just begins to escort them out of town.
Wasn't that fun?
Can I do an insight check to see if he's gonna kill them like as soon as they get out to the
Make an
world?
insight check.
It's just a.
Can I insight check that one hostage I hugged? Is he really going places?
You're the one who said it.
Yeah, but is he really?
25.
Do I feel like he's gonna make it a place in the world?
For sure.
can
25
buy.
Alexios. The feeling you get from him is just sort of like a cocky, as if you hired a mercenary to go get you some milk from the store. He's like, this is a no-brainer. So he's just not worried.
Okay, so no Oathbreaker Paladin vibe.
No, not that vibe at all.
Okay, good.
Yeah.
Yep. I feel like we left them in good hands.
I mean,
You wanna go see the One Smoke?
I love the one smoke.
You like Year and a Half Works?
What?
That's your thing?
What? Big strong men? I would never. What?
Sweet.
Adagio goes
Actually,
bright
I've got-
pink.
Adagio is the epitome of gay panic.
I've got
And
this
I love
like
it.
sweet idea for you, Daji. Like, so we're gonna
Daji?
get. Yeah. This is...
Nickname is technically Geo, but Adaji also wins.
I didn't hear the Adaji. I just heard Daji.
I think it's
You don't
Adagio.
like that? It's a. You don't like it?
If I was a rogue,
You're
that would
not
be so much better. Like
So
every
wait a
dodge.
For
minute.
sure.
What are your
Daji.
nicknames for all of the party then?
Nunu,
No! I'm out.
Lima
This is how I
for
get
Ilme.
reincarnated into a bard. I'm done. I'm out.
But, where was I?
Ryujin's
Like,
just dumbass.
Collapsible
You
shield.
have a good idea for
collapsible,
Daji.
um,
What you said.
archer.
Oh yeah.
That would also
So like that thing that you do with the tandem dressing, you like to dress people in matching outfits.
I do.
Fine.
I love matching.
How about you do that when we have our own ship and you have like you're below deck and you have like the oarsmen and that's like
Design
They
your
can be-
sailor outfits.
they could have like red shirts or something.
Why red? I mean, I don't hate the color red. It's that I only associate you with the color red. So like our group doesn't have a color because we're all like 5 different colors.
Oh no, I just figured they.
What if we just sectioned them off? Like each of them were like these were like Honora, like the people who like did
my
Honora's
God.
job.
Make them
And
all
all-
purple
Each
to make
deck
Nora
has a
blend in more.
different color, like the Enterprise. Every different like position has the
The
same
first
color.
mate and like his like little group.
You know, the green shirts are the rowers, the blue shirts are the sail people.
Exactly.
The red shirts are the
Always end with
fighters because
red
they die
shirts.
first.
Yeah.
Leave us alone. We're gonna.
Wait, so
But
do
we
we
can-
have an official symbol? Because I've just drawn our symbol as like dipping your hand in gold and slapping someone with it, which I will most likely be patching into everyone's outfits.
Great. Yeah.
I mean,
Instead
I
of
have
the,
my
like,
forging
little
skills
thing right here,
but-
It's like a
Have
giant gold hand. The hands of fate are here. Jesus. And if I ever
Like a week in a row, we can't
Okay.
get anywhere.
to be fair, if we ever wanted to leave our mark somewhere, I was just gonna like burning hands, like place my palm on something and be like, "We were here," and then walk away.
That
Dark.
seems convenient.
Damn.
Okay, there was a
Wanna go
dark
talk to
Adagio
the
spiral.
one-
Why
If
did
I had
this
a-
remind me
like,
of, like,
someone, I
Roanoke?
would just slap them with burning hand and be like, "That's the touch of the hands of fate," and just walk away. Imagine. Everyone would know not to mess with us.
Just palm their
Can't
face and
name
lightning bolt.
I'm not evil anymore. I
Yes,
worked out
we
my
can't
anymore.
anger.
name-
Barbarian is.
I don't think it was even evil. I think it was just anger.
All right.
Okay, so can we go back to
What
like
is
your step
happening?
because Alcamenos is
Oh yeah, do I hear the hammer coming from the tower? Like, is he an early riser?
No.
I think you would know this.
He's a work through the night type
Mm,
guy, but he's not an early riser.
He's
so we get to wake him
nocturnal.
up. A wink, wink.
He's He's having like inventors. I'll go knock on the tower.
Ding, ding, ding. You wait longer than you normally do, and the door opens and you see Helm there, and Helm just looks at you and goes,
Oh,
Eh,
I love that Helm just knows.
we're up. He didn't wake up. He doesn't have to know much.
It's so cute.
Doesn't have a brain. I hope.
I mean, if he's acting, he would be acting separate of Alchemanos then. So he has sentience of some sort.
No, like I tell Forge to like sit at this door, kill anything that comes through. He's gonna do that. It's not like he's gonna like differentiate between anybody, whether it's like a kid or one of you or something.
But
He
like,
just
what
does
I'm
what
saying
he's
with
told.
like with Helm though, he just shook his head at you when you're not.
I mean, you
paying
certainly
attention.
get the idea that Helm is far more advanced than Forge is.
But there's some form of sentience because they'd have to have that to
Yeah.
take in the idea. So there is sentience there.
So can I charm?
I mean, it's a
Like-
creature.
Can't have like. It's not.
It's a
It's not
construct.
like a nanny,
Wait, are we
right?
building something? What did we come here for?
What is happening?
Oh. It's just. I just figured there wasn't much to do on the Tromocrates, and everybody's still asleep, and we're up now, and maybe he's up, and you know.
So are we gonna leave now that he's not up? Or are we gonna? I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, it's not like we're gonna wait outside.
Skedaddle
Let's go
real
back
quick.
to the Tromocrates.
All right, so you guys, by the time,
The trauma party last
yeah,
night.
by the time you guys got all the way to the Tower of the One Smoke and then all the way back through the city, it is now a normal time for people to start waking up, and there are people enjoying a nice breakfast on the deck of the Tromocrates. You see Cassandra, Teos, and Triea are all like fully dressed and like scarfing down some food. And you see the rest of your party is also scarfing down food as Adagio and Alexios, you guys approach. Cassandra goes, so I put out some messages across the people that we talked to yesterday, and they are more than happy to come back and show off for you all if you would like today to see a potential crew.
Are we even actually like awake yet? Like up?
You guys are like,
This sounds pretty
Mhm, yeah.
various levels of hungover.
All right, things to do today. Let's
Roll
go
for
feed our
hungover
fishy, and then we'll come back here and look at these guards, and then we'll go see if we're gonna commission a boat or buy one. Can we just buy one?
I think we should. I think we should take
Yeah, that's
care
what
of.
commissioning a boat is.
Is when we do the.
I imagine commissioning is building a boat from nothing.
Yeah, I mean, they don't just have a bunch of pre-made boats ready to go.
They don't just
not
have,
not
like,
It's
that
not a
size.
car dealership.
Yeah.
That's what I was imagining, like a boat dealership where it's like, look at these nice, beautiful fleets.
Yeah.
Okay, fine.
I mean, you could probably find that for like a smaller boat, but not the kind of boat that you guys are talking about.
Okay, then I'm gonna ask Cassandra for paint and an extra sail.
Sure, just one sail. I mean, if you're commissioning a ship, I'm sure that they will provide you with sails.
What are
Yeah,
you
but I want to draw my insignia on this.
All right.
Bye.
I will give you a small sail. Okay, I will give you a small sail.
Yay!
While all this is
Let's see
happening,
what
can
else
I
is-
go find Ryujin and be like, hey, can we talk for a little bit about some stuff?
Sure. What's up?
So with the teleportation helm, can anyone in the party use it if they attune to it?
I believe so.
In light of a lot of the things that have been said recently and brought back to the forefront of my attention, I want to go find my parents and ask some questions that I think they need to answer.
Not alone.
I don't think the rest of the party would want to come with me to.
I mean, like, we joke about killing your parents because they did really horrible stuff to you, and, you know, I wouldn't feel bad if that happened, personally. Like, I'd feel bad for you because you probably still have some connection to them deep down, and, like, I think you would be sad, maybe. But
This
From
got
my
way
personal
deeper than it needed to be.
experience, I think they suck, but you know, they are your parents, and you know, we're all here for you, and we would all come with you. I mean, this would be for you and no one else.
I mean, we have to go there to get a link at some point, but we're not in a place that we can do that yet. And there's other things that need to happen while the ship is being built, and y'all want to go to like the gladiator arena and stuff like that. This is one of those things that it's not in the best interest of everybody. It's kind of a I want to figure this out, but I don't want to hinder the party's plans to get things ready
Well, if we
to find
split
the
the
rest of
party,
the
it's going to be
links.
hindered no matter what. And
I'm not much help
I don't.
as to what's happening anyway.
Yes, you are. You're selling yourself really short right now. Okay. I mean, like we get into stuff, and you know, sometimes we make good decisions, sometimes we make bad decisions, sometimes we die. Um, you know, that's just life. It happens, and you're not hindering the party. And I know you want to talk to your parents and ask them stuff because you need answers. And you know, like I want to be there for you when you get those answers, when you ask those questions. And I'm sure Alexios and Ilme and Adagio all do as well. Um, I mean, we still need to sit down and talk about our plan, where we're going, in what order to get these links, and what places we're going. Because, like, obviously I'm biased. Ocean, it's close, Nepi out. But, like, if we decide that it's more of an important matter to go to, you know, Sylvan first, or Ice Point, you know, or, like, maybe we go in, like, a circle clockwise, you know, and start with Sylvan or something like that, you know, like, I'm open to that.
I
And
just don't know if starting there would be the best idea. I mean, that's all the way across the continent. That's the opposite side of where we're at. There's links that are closer, and I don't want to take everybody away from the links.
I understand. I mean, what, like,
I died
I think we
again.
should-
I want the answers before I die. For real.
then why don't we just gather everyone and talk about it? I mean, we have the helm now, so, like, you know, if you were to attune to that, and then, or I mean, if you were to attune to it, or give me like a good description, or if you have anything from there, you know, we could make it there in like pretty quick. I mean, we'd take care of business here, and like, you know, this is just something we need to talk to them about too, because I can't say what the best decision to make is.
I just don't want to drag everybody into my mess. Everyone has their own mess. I mean, hell, you're all children of gods. You literally are half god.
We've got all
This
our
is
own messes,
a little bit
but we're all
above
here for
stuff
each
that
other.
y'all need to be dealing with right now with the state of the world.
I mean, we're all in each other's messes, you know. We're a family. That's what this is all about.
I mean, I guess we probably should talk to everybody about it. I just wanted to see how the helm worked with stuff like that.
I mean, yeah, so far I think it's pretty simple. There is room for error, though. Yeah, it's the more you know about the place, the more you've been there or seen it, the better chance we'll make it there. Okay, but if it's like somewhere you've only had seen maybe once or gotten a description of, or you know, it's more difficult.
I feel, I
You
mean,
could
yeah,
use
you're right. We do need to talk to everybody about it, but if they don't, God damn it, Sammy! I just saw what you put in the chat. If they don't agree that we should all go, and they say that they're okay with me going by myself, would you be okay with me using the helm to get there and come back? Since it is
Honestly,
your helm.
it doesn't have anything to do with it being my helm. I just wouldn't be comfortable with that. Because let's say that were to happen and something bad was to happen to you, you're that far away from us, from help, and we wouldn't have the helm to get to you.
Yeah, I just.
And yeah,
we all need to talk about it. So.
I mean, you know, there's stuff that I want to do as well that, like, I really don't want to wait for, because it's, like, it's not. I don't talk about it a whole lot, but there's, places that I've talked to Cassandra about that I really want to go and, talk to people about my mom and, the Virgin Naiad, which, is now the Tromacrates, but, sure Adagios stuff that he thinks is very important and wants to do in Alexios too. So, we're all kind of in the same boat. Not exactly the same boat, and that's not, like, invalidating you at all, because, shit, if my mom was still alive and did horrible stuff to me, I'd want to talk to her, figure it out what the fuck, man.
I guess we should talk to everybody about it. I just wanted to see where some people stood on it, I guess.
I care about you, and I know it's important to you, but I also don't want to risk losing you across a continent.
Yeah.
But I say we can either talk to him about this right now, or we can wait a little bit and take care of what we gotta take care of for today. It's up to you.
I think we could.
The time, right?
We've got time right now anyway, because we have to let people come back to the boat and stuff like that.
Okay.
To interview, I guess. Now would be the best time to formulate a plan of attack anyway.
All right. Sounds good to me. Suppose we should probably head back over.
Yeah.
As you two head back to where the rest of the crew is eating, Cassandra stands up and goes, "All right, so are we ready to go?"
Are we feeding the fish first
Wait,
or doing the interviews?
I thought
What's happening?
happening.
Do you want to go interview your people?
I thought they were
Oh, that's
coming
right up.
here.
You think I'm going to let strangers onto my ship? No, we have a room at the tavern.
Oh.
Oh, okay.
Let's go.
Okay.
I mean,
I'll look to
Yeah.
Ryujin and be like, it's fine, let's just go.
okay.
I'm used to burying shit, it's fine.
I don't want you to bury anything. We're gonna talk about this and figure out a plan of action.
Let's skip through this. This is important to you and Alexios and everybody else. Let's go.
Plus, if we are able to get like a really cool ass boat, if it's as big as we're planning, we can get like a little bedroom, make cool designs and stuff. Design a bedroom. I think that'd be fun. I've never really had a bedroom.
Oh my god.
You literally have a mansion.
Well, I mean,
Yeah.
now.
So wait a minute.
Maybe- Listen,
What do you
Ryujin
mean?
doesn't even really fully have a bedroom. Okay, he's put nothing in there. It's still like Alexios has a forge now. Dagios probably spruced up his room with some stuff.
You had a full build.
I mean, I slept on
It's
the
not
roof
built
at,
yet.
the manor
I don't even know if I
after
paid for
everything
that, to
happened
be
with
honest.
Adagio, so.
I've turned my room into a seamstress's room.
All right, so are you guys going with Cassandra to start these interviews, or do you want to feed the monster first?
Let's-
How long do you think the interviews would take?
Yeah.
A couple
I
hours?
mean, a few hours.
Are we?
And it depends. Like it's really on you guys. And as you walk, Cassandra can tell you a bit about how she sort of interviewed her people, and some of it is just like asking them questions, but also if you're interviewing for someone who has a specific skill set, it's not out of the ordinary to then try to test that skill set.
So we could just send Nemeos,
Nemeos.
an enemy over to feed the fishy, and we could do the interviews, and then afterwards I
Well,
can.
I want to be with when the fish, or not the fish, Jesus, when the creature's fed.
Maybe we should go ahead
Listen, I
and get the
told it I
interviews
would
done.
come back.
And while the interviews are being done, they can gather up like the fish for it, and then we can go over there after that.
Well, I think Nemeos is going to cast a spell for it.
The Loch Ness Monster isn't going anywhere. It's literally
Okay,
in a
yeah, you're
fish
right.
bowl.
You're right. All right, let's do the interviews first to make sure we get all that done and out of the way thoroughly.
You guys
and
show
then
up
we'll go
tomorrow and it's just belly up.
Ah,
The usual would
you
actually
starved
probably-
me.
All right. So you guys
Oh, I need
head.
to ask.
Oh, go ahead.
Sorry. I need to
ahead.
ask Ilme about the reincarnate thing and see where she stands on it. So, yeah, we're trying to decide if I should get the stuff to be able to cast Reincarnate if something was to go wrong. Because Revivify only works after 1 minute, so if we couldn't get to somebody who could cast a different spell, it'd be a last resort thing, but you'd come back as like, I don't know, a gnome, an elf, whatever happens.
Basically
Would
any
I-
race, right?
Would I still have my like the rogueness?
Yeah, you'd still have your class
Okay. Oh,
But
I
it would
don't
also
freaking care.
change some stats depending on
depending
the
on
race.
your race. Yeah, any sort of racial
You could be,
racial
like-
ability score increases or anything like that.
You could get
I
like
mean,
Dragonborn
I
and have like a
probably
breath
have the,
attack.
like littlest connection to my godly parent out of all of us. If there was no other way to bring me back, that's fine. I'll come back
Okay.
as something else.
Okay. I just want to make sure before I started looking into getting all the stuff for it.
All right. So, Cassandra leads you to the Brazen Fool Tavern. It's a tavern in the docks. It's mostly sailor clientele here.
Named a
Uh,
tavern after me?
Oh my god, so sweet. As Cassandra walks in, the bartender just sort of like waves to her. They seem to have an understanding. And Cassandra leads you guys to an offshoot of the main room. And it looks like it might be used for meetings for various parties, but now it's just sort of set up with a bench on one side and just an empty, clear room on the other. And Cassandra just sort of slides in with you guys. She goes, I hope you do not mind if I am on this panel with you to provide some insight, yes?
I think that's
good
preferred,
idea.
honestly.
Right.
Yeah.
And Traya, dear, will you still do your thing from yesterday? She's like, yep, you got it. And she just goes and like goes by the door. And she's like,
I love this so much.
so what sort of role do you guys want to see first?
Did I zone of truth them or nah?
I think a potion, right?
I think we should get that out of the way.
Yeah, let's go with the bosun first.
All right. So should I? And Cassandra's like, yes, I think we'll go with the other. So you can bring in Rohan. It's like, okay, I think it's Rohan. Like, what's their fucking name is? It's like, okay, cool. And Traya walks out, and when she comes back, you see with her a very strange individual.
A
I mean,
really
you can't
funny
really
name for a bosun. Row on. That's fucking
completely
funny.
unintentional. Rowan the bosun. You can't tell their gender because they are essentially a bird person. They have a sort of a humanoid body, but sort of bird-like talons at the end of their hands, and a very clearly bird head and face. You see they have
Kenku?
these.
Yeah, I was gonna say, out of character, is this a Kenku?
Not a Kenku, no.
Okay.
You see,
person
because
from Rick and Morty?
Kenkus are traditionally just sort of like crows or ravens. This, you see like beautiful multicolored plumes, almost like a peacock head, but with a parrot's coloring. Like very bright, beautiful, tropical colors.
We'd have our parent.
You see, they wear studded leather armor. They have a longbow along their back, a long sword in a sheath, and also on their back they have what looks like a double-bladed scimitar, almost like a scimitar connected to a staff with a scimitar on the other end as well. And they just
Druid?
they come and they just sort of like bow respectfully. Hello.
Have I seen?
Are they a fucking druid?
Probably not. But go ahead and make a history check, or just make an intelligence check to see if any have like come through the docks before.
Will you describe him real quick one more time, like the weapons and stuff like that?
Yeah, leather armor, longbow, long sword, and a double-bladed scimitar.
You a fucking druid? Or are they a fucking druid?
Mm-hmm. You don't know.
Ask him. What's your name again? How do you pronounce that?
Rohan.
What?
Rohan. And it like Rohan. It sounds like with its beak, it almost sounds like it starts as a crow. Rohan.
Okay.
What the fuck is happening?
I like the fence.
So,
Are they like organized? well put together, or they're
They
like
certainly seem that way. Go ahead and make an insight check.
I got an 18 on the history check, by the way.
18. You haven't seen any in person before, but you've heard of bird creatures before. In your reading, you know that kenku are a thing, but are usually described as black feathers and black beaks and such. So you don't necessarily think that this is a kenku. But you have heard of other bird-like humanoid entities, but they aren't native to this plane. They're native to the elemental plane of air.
Can I just ask him if he's a druid?
I have a respect for the druidic arts, but no, I confess I am not.
Okay, cool. I was just wondering because of the armor and the scimitar. I was wondering.
No,
Have you been a bosun for very long?
Let him answer questions.
Yeah.
Can I give him my roll for insight?
Yeah.
Speed round.
It was a 22.
22? They do seem very put together, actually. They seem almost zen, in a sense. Like they know exactly where everything is on their belt and on their body. They just seem very aware of their own presence.
Real quick, to make sure we're being respectful, what are your pronouns?
My people do not have your connotation of gender.
Okay, just making sure. I want to,
He identifies as delicious.
What?
Yeah, it's actually a chicken person.
Why you went with delicious of all words?
It's a bird.
He's a chicken person.
You carry a lot of weapons on you. You use them often?
If I must, I am trained to use them all. But I prefer to create rather than destroy.
I love that.
What have you?
How long have you been a bosun?
I have trained for many years to understand how things work. I came to this land because I grew tired of the creations in my land. So I came to discover your creations, and I became fascinated with them.
Have you heard of us? The Hands of Fate?
I have heard of heroes who have defeated a dragon and who became the, albeit temporary, champions of this arena.
What do you think you could bring to the table for us as a bosun if we were to hire you?
Allow me to show you. And they unsheath their double-bladed scimitar, and with one quick, almost imperceptible movement, the bench that you're on just as one of the legs gets sliced in twain, and then they slowly just sheathe their weapon again and pull out some of their tools and sit cross-legged in front of this broken leg of the table and begin to work on it.
Real quick, as a quick test to see some stuff while he's doing that. If it looks like, does it look like good work?
I just rolled to find out.
Sorry.
Yeah, and it's nothing like out of this world, but they certainly, with such claw-like talons, they're surprisingly dexterous, and they are able to very quickly, with their tools, begin to mend this table. And you actually look to make sure, like, to see if they're using magic at all, but it seems to be completely non-magical, just really good work.
While they're doing that, I'm going to say it, like, not looking at, like, I'm addressing him or anything, but in Titanic, I want to say you're doing very good work, because I want to see if he recognizes what I'm saying.
They don't seem to respond.
Was there any, like, indication that they understood what I said or anything like that?
Make an insight check.
Yeah. Okay. I can't do math. 22.
22.
I still can't do math. 24. I lied.
24. I mean, the creature doesn't actually have ears that you can see, per se, but you do see some feathers shift at the sound of your voice, but you're not sure if it shifted because they understood or just, like, they registered that someone was speaking.
Real quick, in Titanic still, I'm going to say again, did you understand what I just said?
Why can't you just ask them?
They just
Because
continue
I'm seeing
working.
if he's recognizing Titanic.
Just ask him if he speaks Titanic. Yeah. What kind of skills do you have outside of boastening and fighting?
Well, I am quite mobile on my feet and in the air, and you see these wings extend, and he just begins to hover in the air. I am actually much more agile here than on the ground. And the wings
Can
fall
you
back.
fight and fly at the same time?
I can.
Oh my god.
You can do more than I can. You can only do one or the other.
What about languages?
I speak the language of the elemental plane of air.
That's a language.
Shit.
It is a dialect of primordial.
Oh.
Damn it, that's one of the languages I don't speak.
It is called
Nice.
Arren.
And do you
So-
worship a god in specific, or just like?
Sorry, what was that? I
General?
missed it.
I asked if he worships any kind of god
Oh.
or figure.
My people do not worship the way you do, but I suppose the closest thing to a god we would have would be the Elder Tempest. It is the embodiment of air itself.
And we could trust you to maintain and upkeep, potentially help design and create said ship, make small improvements when necessary, you know,
Of course.
all that type of stuff.
Oh my god! Wait, you build things, right? Do you have any like?
Insight
I
check.
think
Go ahead and make an insight check. What'd you say, Adagio?
I want to see if he has like any like if he's like designing anything cool. Does he like build anything for himself? Anything he wants to build? Like, he have like goals, like blueprints. I want to see blueprints, people.
I rolled
I-
a natural 20.
Natural
Ooh.
20 on insight. Yeah, I mean, he seems very confident in his abilities without being cocky or like trying to sell you on them. He just seems to like genuinely be able to accurately assess his own skills.
I like that. I
Their
like
own
that. Okay.
skills.
Is there type?
I will.
Wait, my blueprints.
I do
You're
not.
kind of quiet.
I do not
you said-
have blueprints per se, but I designed this belt with the pouches to maximize ease in getting to my tools.
Cool.
Okay, so real quick, I'm gonna turn invisible while they're talking, so it's not paying attention to me, and I want to see if they will notice if I just pick something off of their belt.
Okay, go ahead and make a stealth check with advantage.
They're both twos. 15.
Hold on, I'm pulling up his character sheet.
That's why I'm just gonna talk to him and be like, "We're on a dangerous quest, and things and danger seem to follow us. So if you were on our ship, obviously, that would pertain to you as well." This is more of a
Yes.
warning than like a hey.
I am a skilled fighter.
Are you skilled at fighting for yourself or fighting for others?
I am skilled at fighting. I am a disciplined warrior. Who I fight for depends on who pays me to do so.
And you know, now that we're talking about money, how much do bosuns in general even get paid? Like, I'm gonna lean to Cassandra and be like, "What does a good bosun get paid?"
About 1 gold a day. But that can be negotiated depending on the level of treasure that they are allowed to pursue and the cut of that treasure that they are allowed to keep.
What do you
Whatever
think, Alexios? Anything you gotta ask? Any ideas?
So sorry, before that, because I did get his perception. What did you roll total, Ilme?
15.
15. You invisibly begin to sneak around and try to pull, like it looks like a little chisel on his band, and he just sort of steps out of the way and goes, "Is this a test?"
Sometimes that's
I
that.
turn back to visible and be like, yes, it was. You passed. Good job.
Oh, that is good.
Sorry about that. Okay, what about pay? What do you expect out of your, I don't know, position?
Well, I would ask, what is it? What kind of ship would I be employed on? What would we be doing?
Mainly travel. I have a lot of defense. I feel like Alexios would be better at doing this.
I can talk. I'm just joking. Is there any work that you're not comfortable with?
We're not asking you to do anything illegal, so.
No, I do not have the strong desires that I believe plague your people.
Oh.
I am content with living a life of small comfort.
So-
Basically, the ship that we build, we're looking for a bosun that would consider it a home. Defend it, defend the people on it, make sure. I want you to take everything about the inside and outside of the ship personally. And if that makes
I do not yet have a home on this plane. I would be more than happy to make that home your ship. What is the name of your ship?
We're
we
thinking.
don't have one yet,
Oh,
but we have ideas.
We're
I
gonna
see.
commission the ship, and another role that you would have is potentially helping in its design. So when it
Oh.
is created
Oh my God.
and commissioned, you could get straight to work and know where things would be, and if you had any ideas of improvements or upgrades
I would very
that
much like to do
process.
this. Yes, I am ready.
But I have a question, because if we haven't designed the ship yet, you know how some people put like mermaids in the front? We can pick what goes there, right?
You can pick the figurehead, yeah.
Oh my God! Oh my God, you guys! A figurehead! I like drawing.
Preferably when you help build the ship, we would like for you to use a hammer that you're never gonna use again.
I do
What?
not understand.
I don't either.
The hammer that you use to help build the ship,
Yes.
you're never gonna use it again. So use a hammer that you don't mind using.
Why?
Why isn't he using what?
Okay, so remember when y'all tried to pluck a damn pebble out of the wall in the palace because it'd make teleporting easier? I
Yeah.
figured the actual tool used to build the thing would count as that.
That's
Good
a
call.
fantastic fucking idea. I love you, Alexios.
You
This is why
know,
you're the
My
brains of the group.
brain
Why didn't you
hurts.
tell one of us beforehand? You just randomly
Yeah,
were like,
you just
that
said
hammer,
it
you're
and
never gonna see it
expected us
again.
to realize
you know
what
what?
you meant.
I don't even care. I don't even care. This is a stroke of genius, and you're
It is.
beautiful.
Really
All right,
smart.
you're
yeah,
amazing.
did y'all explain
smart.
anything to me when y'all tried to take the damn wall?
What do you mean, y'all? I didn't do
I
anything.
wasn't a part of that. I
My
literally
thing
was
is-
not a part of that.
I was just looking
said
around
it, though,
suspiciously.
and we asked for
Wait,
what, and you
wait,
looked at us like we
because you
should
knew
know
how
what you meant.
confused we were in that situation, and you put us in the exact same situation. You knew how confused we were, and you wanted us to be equally as confused.
So
again.
the thing
You're
is with
welcome.
the wall, everyone understood what was happening with the wall.
I did not. That's a lie. I
Alexia
had no
said
idea
that.
what was happening.
And just expect us to know what it meant. And when we asked what it meant, he looked like we were idiots for asking what he meant.
Yeah, I thought that was
I don't know why
part
you
of
do-
the assignment. We're gathering things to teleport. Listen, I
You guys
just
begin to
assumed that
bicker,
the
and
stupid
Rowan
things
goes,
we do-
I have no qualm with using a hammer for this one project. I would consider it an honor.
Okay, great. 10 out of 10.
Okay.
I also need
So
you
we
to
would
wear
need to
this patch
sit
on
down
your
and
shirt,
plan it all.
and then I'll pull out a little hand signal and sew it onto his shirt as he stands in front of me.
I have another caveat.
Yes?
Oh my God, it's like his captain sigil. Well, he's not a captain. Officer sigil.
If we get you to, on the party of whoever's building the ship, right? Could you perhaps make hidden compartments that even the people who hired you don't know about.
I
What the
could
heck?
certainly try.
We're all sitting
I
in this
think-
room.
Not us, them, the shipyard.
Oh my god. The
If
people
you
you're
have
building with then. 'Cause it's not
Particular
like-
designs you would like to give to me, I would certainly try to get them done without arising much suspicion.
I mean, if they built the boat first, he can just modify it
That
afterwards.
is a test. It's a test. But
I like him.
does it seem like something you could do?
Yes. It is not something I necessarily have done before, but I do not think it is beyond my capabilities.
Let's do it. I vote yes.
Yeah.
Yes to the dress.
Does anybody else have any more questions?
How familiar are you with naval weaponry?
It is not what I was trained on, but I am skilled at many weaponry. I am a fast learner.
You know, and
There would need to be plenty of. We can work out all the designs and stuff together and figure all that out. I was just, wondering.
I say hired though. Hired.
Cassandra leans over and goes, I was strongly considering hiring this creature myself, so I do approve if you are agreed.
If this dude came in second, who the heck did you hire as a bosun?
Wouldn't you like to know, my man?
I love this on. Okay, cool. Should we tell him some? I don't know. We haven't commissioned the boat yet, so should he just travel with us when we go to get it commissioned? Like, should we just be like, hey, go wait in the next room? Or sit on the table with us? If we do hire him, shouldn't
Are
he
we
just...
gonna do that after this? Because he can just wait outside, right?
We're gonna feed the fish first, and then we're gonna go commission the boat. Well, he might as well see how weird we are. Let's go feed
Are
the
you
fish.
busy for the rest of the day?
No, I do not believe so.
Oh, want to tag along for a couple things we have to do? We can get you.
Of course. It will give me the opportunity to learn who you are better.
He's an officer. Congratulations. Welcome to the...
Alexios.
Oh, we don't have a name.
Roll.
Oh, wait. Can we name the ship so we could just be like, welcome to blah, 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 blah? Isn't
You
it...
want to name the ship right now?
No,
Off the cuff.
He's an honorary hand of fate. Oh my god. Oh my goodness.
Mark of
Look at
fate.
him. A first of his generation.
A fingernail of fate. What?
At this point, Trya
Wow.
comes in and she goes, guys, just so you know, there is fuck ton of people out here in line waiting to interview with you.
Tell the bosuns to get out. If there are bosuns in line, they got no luck.
You hear that? Bosuns, fuck off! And she waits and she goes, that got rid of like 4 of them?
Damn it. Oh well.
Yeesh.
Okay,
Weapons
next.
Masters next.
Captains?
And that's where we'll pick up next week.
Um,
Now, before we go, audience,
Feed the fish.
I'm talking directly to you. I'm gonna talk to you
my name's Audience. Yes.
without the cast. So, can I have you guys remove your headphones, mute the stream? I'll make a big signal when you can come back, okay?
You log out.
Don't log out. Don't log out.
Someone
Just
text
take
me
off
on
your
Discord
headphones,
because I'm working on chords, so I probably won't see Sammy waving.
Okay.
Okay.
And mute yourself as well, so I can't hear you either.
Okay.
Now it's just you and me, audience. Just you and me. A little post-credit sequence, if you will. So, halfway across the continent, Archmage Keen-Eye rests in his office, scribing a new spell scroll beside a crackling fire at his desk. And a door opens behind him, and a man walks in. He doesn't even look up from his work. And the man says, sir, our guest is comfortable downstairs. Good. without even looking. And there's a moment where he continues to work, but the man behind him stays still, before eventually Kenai stops writing. Is there anything else? Archmage, I don't mean to presume. Speak your mind, Philippos. Sir, it's the hands of fate. They sent Alexios' mom ahead. That implies, to me at least, that they can't be far behind. At this point, Kenai sets down his quill and stands. Yes? Well, sir, I mean, Kenarang is good, but she's not that good. You know the hands of fate. If they spend too much time with her, surely they'll find her out sooner rather than later, and they'll put two and two together. What is your point, Philippos? Archmage, don't you think there is a sizable chance that the hands of fate discover what we're doing long before the ritual is finished? Don't you think they'll try to stop you and ruin all of this? At this point, Kenai goes up to the man and puts one hand on his neck in a supporting, fatherly way. Philippos, you think so little of me. Yes, I do believe that the hands of fate will come sooner rather than later. That is why I am not preparing just her ritual. I am preparing the rituals for all of them. Get some sleep. We have a long month ahead of us. And Kenai sits back at his desk and continues to write as the man leaves. And Kenai smiles to himself. Alright! Well, guys, we're coming back. A little sneak preview for you. Someone tell Anna that we're back.
I was looking down and I was like, why is he hand waving like that?
Well, guys, that's going to be it for tonight. Thank you for joining us for this exciting episode. Thank you, Quirky. That was exciting. I'm excited about it. So we will be back next week. And as a reminder, if you missed my other two announcements, the Red Opera season finale is tomorrow on Fable Forge RPG's Twitch channel. Season 2 is confirmed. It's happening. Season 2 is going to be early next year. And I broke the news here earlier tonight. This is an exclusive, a Drachmae and Demigods exclusive. Season 2 is happening at least a decade in the future from Season 1, picking up with the same characters that much time in the future. It's very exciting. I'm excited. So check out the season finale before the time jump tomorrow at 8/7 Central. And this episode, the next episode of Drachmae and Demigods will be back next Monday, 7:30 Eastern. We'll see you then. Friends, have a good night. Bye!